The show is named MLB Tonight, but the prep and planning begin way earlier than that. Here are the guys. Pregame singer Dan Plesek and Harold Reynolds arriving this afternoon to get themselves ready for a full day of baseball coverage. And for the next 2 hours, we will take you inside the walls at MLB Network to show you what it takes to bring you all the action around the league on this special behind-the-scenes edition of MLB Tonight.
Really would have put him in. Right, well, he gave up the home run to Cabrera. Fouling balls off. Stand good match. He's that pitch count up. So no more home games, Max.
Copy that.
Stayed up late last night, and I went through every
Ready
one of
two,
these at
take
bats.
two.
We
Ready
actually
three,
played some
take
pretty
three.
darn good stuff.
5,
There are
4,
moments
3, last shot, 2, 1.
Bumping Max.
And momentum is outstanding right now.
That's the other part of the game. He leads 1-0.
With his fastball.
Is the highlight going to make it?
All right, we've got a ballpark cam rip off the top, and on cam,
15 seconds.
The highlight just popped in. Have a great show, everybody.
We're on in 10. Let's make it rain, people.
Stand back, coming out to the jib in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome inside Studio 21 at 1 MLB Network Plaza in Secaucus, New Jersey for MLB Tonight Behind the Scenes. I'm Sierra Santos alongside Scott Braun and Cliff Floyd. For the next 2 hours, we will give you a peek behind the curtain at what it takes to bring you the award-winning coverage of all the action on MLB Tonight. While the guys make it look easy on set, the planning and prepping start hours before they actually get into the studio with dozens of professionals from research, graphic, edit, studio operations, all doing their parts to help make TV magic, and it really does take a village, guys.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, that drone, that was
Ridiculous.
wild.
We've been here a long time, haven't we?
We've been here, I can do the math for you, 20 total seasons combined between me and you. 9,
And it is
11, half our lives, basically.
Down.
Has
Up
it?
and down. Just the learning curve of like going from the field and trying to be a guy that speaks and speaks with something that people always say, hey, you reading a teleprompter? I'm like, I wish.
But who makes you look good? Everyone we're going to show you
Everybody.
behind the scenes today.
Well, now it's 21 years combined, including myself.
hey.
All right, so Scott, you've hosted MLB Tonight countless times.
Yeah.
What are you most excited to show the people at home?
So my thing is when I'm traveling around the country calling games and I see MLB Network fans, they're like, oh, how many people are working behind the scenes? Like a few people who helps you out. And when I run through all of the roles, it ends up being, I mean, there are hundreds of people working in this building and the other building that you'll see. And then even for kids out there too, Sierra, like if you want to get into sports broadcasting, there are jobs like what we're doing, but then for every one of us, there's 100+ of jobs going down behind the scenes, and we'll show you some of them. I'm going to high five as many people in the building as I can today.
That's cool.
Bring your hand sanitizer. All right, Harold is one of the facets, the fixtures at this network.
Right.
What are you hoping that people see about Harold?
Authentic Harold. That is what he is. He's an open book. He's always on point. The hard work he puts in, I think you see him on TV and you're thinking, man, did he prep? Yeah, he prepped. He prepped so much. He's going to make the best breakdowns. And as an analyst who wants to be the best in the building, talking about myself, I'm going to try to mimic everything he does because he always hits the things that I don't even see as an ex-ball player. So I'm always watching Harold thinking, you know what? How can I be as good as dude? I'm going to actually shadow him, and y'all can get a real sneak peek.
Are you ready to run?
Hey, I'm ready to run, but I got these fashion shoes on. These things hurt my feet.
Yeah, they're Louis shoes. You're not chasing anyone. But
Harold's fast.
apparently, Harold, he's coming for your crown. Okay, I'm going to keep it here at our mission control area. Well, you two get moving, see what's happening all over the building.
You kicking us out?
Yeah, I'm kicking you out. As you can see, we got cameras everywhere.
You gotta tell me twice.
Checking in with you guys. We're going to see who you find.
See ya.
Get out of here. All right, bye.
Boy, these knees gonna hurt after this one.
And in the meantime, well, every show on MLB Network has their own spin on how they cover baseball. They all start the same way, the production meeting. The production meeting is where the producers, directors, and hosts all get together with their crew to discuss and plan what they will actually be talking about on their show. So let's take a peek at what the guys are planning for tonight.
All right, guys, we're on from 7 to 8 tonight. We're throwing 2 games at 8:10, Guardians at White Sox and Twins at Royals. Those are our 2 games.
That 3-game set is the series, by the way.
White Sox.
If the White Sox
Have to win
sweep,
2 out of 3.
they have Cisco in tonight. If they sweep, they're 1 game out.
Cool.
They got to sweep, though.
I think they could.
I don't know. Guardians playing good ball right now. Who the Guardians throwing? Who's pitching?
Savali, he's got a 5.5 ERA. Just off the
McKenzie
IL.
tomorrow. And then Bieber. They're not sweeping them.
Lynn Cueto. Cease Lynn Cueto. It's good.
Lined it up nice.
Yeah. That's the series.
We don't want to talk about Miguel Cairo, what he's done.
You can. Let's give him up.
Well,
That's part of the toss.
It's funny because I was thinking the other side. Is this Terry Francona's greatest managerial performance of his career? Yeah. Think of the lineups Terry Francona's had in his career compared to this one.
well, and they play a whole different style.
And then I was thinking about how many current Hall of Fame managers are there right now. Obviously, Tony La Russa is already a Hall of Fame. Dusty, Bob Melvin.
Buck, yeah, he's on.
Is Buck Showalter a Hall of Fame manager? Terry Francona is.
Yeah.
That's what I.
What's the criteria?
Whatever we think.
Whatever we think.
All right, we'll dive into that. There's a bunch of games on our air in our window. 7:05 first pitch. Pirates at Yankees, so we're on Aaron Judge watch. He's sitting on 59. I know you want to do something on it.
Well, I mean, the Triple Crown's what intrigues me. And I think it reminds me a lot of Ripken, where Cal, you lost his ability because of the streak. And I think people are forgetting how good a player Aaron is because of the home run chase. It's great, I get it, but he's off the charts this season, what he's doing.
It's the greatest offensive season in baseball history.
Yeah, but he's also defending. He's playing center. He's throwing guys out.
That's
Make
nice.
plays. Nobody else got anything to say? Bake, this is your team, man.
I mean, Bake, could you compare Judge's season to the greatest offensive seasons of all time? Yeah. And he would stack up.
Yeah, when you adjust it for the error, yeah. He leads in like 12 categories.
So what season would compare to him?
BK actually did an essay on it today. He compared it to Yaz in 67 and to Mantle in 56 to
Williams in 41?
Williams in 47.
Okay.
Triple Crown years. He compared it to music.
So we're looking at Triple Crown comparisons.
Triple Crowns for most part.
So Miggy Cabrera, Frank Robinson.
He did runs and RBIs.
He went normal stats.
He went normal stats.
He didn't go ex-Woba.
No,
Yeah,
he did
exactly.
base slug, at homers, RBIs, runs, total bases. He kind of did a mixture of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said this is one of the great, 10 greatest seasons of all time.
But here's the thing. We can all throw stats in there, but you got to really look at entertainment value, too. It's what we talk about all the time. Judges captured the country. If it wasn't for Albert chasing 700, there's nobody else we're talking about this year.
It's the most valuable performance in baseball this year. He's the most valuable player.
The second home run he hit in Milwaukee the other day, you see that shot of the crowd behind. It was almost like it was a Yankee home game. The people in Milwaukee were in it.
They were chanting MVP for
it was incredible.
Pujols isn't in our window, but I figured we could have a little bit of fun with it. Greg predicted before the season, not to.
What is our window? What does our window mean?
We were off at 8.
Oh,
He's a 9:40 game.
Well, no.
Preview him though.
But so I thought.
Stay here if you'd like.
I thought we could have a little bit of fun with this. So Greg predicted before the season that Albert Pujols would hit number 700 off Kershaw in LA final week of the season, and it's lining up. Kershaw's next start projected is this Saturday. It could happen.
We got.
Is that not amazing?
Do we have video evidence of that?
We have him saying he's going to home
To him in
700
April
off.
before the season started.
Oh, we're bringing that back.
So we'll in-bump with that, and I
I'm
know,
not
Harold, you got
believing
some
that.
stuff you want to do on Poole, so we can play off of it.
Yeah, I just want to talk about, again, the adjustment Albert's made.
That's all I got on my end. Anything else?
I got one more thing.
Fire away.
We do have the breaking news of Maury Wills passing. I know Harold had a personal relationship with him,
Yeah.
so I think we'd love to hear
Yeah.
from you. And you mentioned maybe even
I want to do a demo on, Maury's big thing was stealing bases and bunting, So, I mean, I look back at all those guys, Kenny Lofton, myself. He would stop and teach guys how to bunt all the time, even if it was the opposing team. One more thing. He may have better hair than you, Greg.
It's,
Kent, he's bringing it.
It's a hair off.
The curl is not fair. The curl that's hanging right now is not fair.
See? That's Clark Kent, bro.
That's not right. All right. Thanks for that, Harold.
All right, guys. See you out there.
Good? All right.
And that's the first time I've ever heard Greg Amsinger say that somebody has better hair than him. So while the crew continue to get ready for tonight's show, there are actual baseball games happening. The first place Dodgers are currently taking on the D-backs in Arizona, and our edit crew has been locked into every pitch. Let's send it in to Scott Braun, who is with the crew tasked with producing the highlights.
What's up, Sierra? Here we are, live, getting ready to show us what's going down with the Arizona Diamondbacks and Los Angeles Dodgers. As Dan Cronin is with me. Dan, what's going on?
Hey, Scott, how's it going? So it looks like we just got a 2-run home run by Austin Barnes, so this game gets a little bit tighter here. So, we got the action happening in L.A.
Your first live look ever. You can also say a quick hello. Say, hey, Mom.
Hi, Mom. How's it going?
But tell me more about your title here and what you're doing on a daily basis.
Yeah, so I'm the show's highlights supervisor, which means all of the video that gets scripted in the show by the producer, Chris Collins, it's my responsibility to assign it out to all of our talented editors out there to cut it, and then I check it and just make sure everything's good to run on the air.
I think lastly, we should tell everyone how many people are working with you in this room. Can we get everyone to just clap it up for a second in this room? Can you command everyone to do that?
I definitely can. Everybody, let's clap it up.
Let's go. How many people in this room right now about?
I would say probably right now there's 50 or 60.
Wow. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, Sarah, when we go over how many people are working behind the scenes on just one show. So let me take you from what Dan's doing over to set me up for the highlights.
Emma's got the highlight.
Okay, so let's go over to Emma Houghton right now. Quick little look. Emma, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. How's this Dodger Diamondback game going?
Definitely just got a little bit more interesting. We got a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th, so I have the game caught up so far till the 8th inning, and then I'll keep adding as the action goes on.
Emma is a superstar associate producer with us. So can you give us an inside look on how to construct a highlight? Many people don't understand. You're not just pressing a few buttons and all of a sudden it comes together.
Definitely not. So I came in today, I was assigned this Diamondbacks-Dodgers game, and when I start, I have 6 versions. So my first is this condensed game. This is the longest one. I have about 6 minutes so far, and then the rest of the TV version. So I have one that was caught up until this last home run, the big run-scoring plays, any cool defensive plays, any fun moments. And then there's the quick pitch version, which has the sound underneath it. And you're just trying to find the best calls from the announcers, the best reactions from the players, and get it all into one highlight.
Are there ever any really stressful situations where you're like, I don't know if I should include this play or not?
Definitely, and a comeback is one of those. So you try and just get all of the best reactions and the best sound. And when a team comes back right now before you came in, it was constructed pretty nicely to Dodgers bad in this game and Diamondbacks good, and now it'll start to get a little bit more interesting because the Dodgers are coming back.
That's right. That's your live update from what it looks like to put this together as a highlight. Maybe we'll check in a little bit later on how this highlight's going. Sierra, back to you.
Good stuff, Scott. Yeah, we are going to get to see how the final highlight turns out in the next hour. Next, let's get it to our crew responsible for making our hosts look good, our studio technical team. The MLB Network camera techs are responsible for 34 cameras across 6 studios, an undertaking that requires plenty of meticulous planning and coordination. So let's send it down to our director, Lisa Smith, who is currently meeting with her studio camera crew.
We'll have the 2-box commercials. That's break 2 and break 3. The key thing I want to do for those breaks is have the jib hot the entire time. That's my plan, so we could see everyone busy on the set. But the thing is, between breaks, between the B and the C block, B block Harold will be in 42. And then the C block will have everyone over at the Spider. If the steady can get back in time, I'll use the steady for the Spider segment in the C block and have the jib just kind of repo high. If not, I'll need the jib for that segment. I'll figure out which camera to put in there. But let's go back. Let's start from the top. So for the A block, we're at the desk, all 3 at the desk. They may get up for a Pujols breakdown. We'll do that over on the on-deck circle, so we'll have the steady in here for that. If I get a chance, I'll break the steady early to then head to 42. Harold, B block, Harold will be in 42. The guys will be at the desk. We'll have Harold start at home plate. I'll probably put the breakdown in the monitor. And then he'll do a breakdown bunting. So I think we're good with just the steady, and it's only Harold. We'll use boxes.
As Lisa continues to brief the crew, we will take a break because coming up next, we head back to the edit rooms where Harold is knee-deep in game footage, getting his segments ready for tonight. Time to break down the breakdowns when we come back. In the shadow of the New York City skyline, welcome back to this special behind-the-scenes edition of MLB Tonight. We're coming to you live from our studios in Secaucus, New Jersey, where we have 6 studios across 2 buildings with over 1,300 employees. And each year we cover over 4,500 MLB games. We're taking you up to MLB Tonight live at 7 Eastern with Greg Amsinger, Harold Reynolds, and Dan Plesac. And one of the highlights of MLB Tonight is when our analysts use their expertise to take a deep dive into the facets of the game that fans at home may not notice. And there's no one better at breaking down footage than our own Harold Reynolds. Cliff is with Harold, now in our edit center.
Hey, we back here in edit. Pre-gaming, getting our stuff ready for the big show. And anytime we're doing a breakdown or anything special, we come back here to the edit room where our editors are on and popping. But we're going to head over to edit room 3 with our main man, Harold Reynolds, and Nick getting ready for the big show, and they got something cooking.
Nick, what's up, Cliff? How you doing? This is Nick Troiano, like Mariano, my man here. So we're sitting here working on some things today. Maury Wills passed away, and Maury was like a big mentor for me. Bunting, hitting runs, doing all those type of things. So we're going to pull up some stuff. I'm going to do a demo on him. But I'll just show you right now, working on looking at this bunt that Maury, yeah, we'll go with the bunt real quick. This is Aaron Judge stuff right here. But we'll go back and look at this bunt. This is a pull bunt where you pull the ball towards second baseman. And Maury used to always say, you beat the pitcher, it's a foot race, they'll never get you out. So I'm going to show you that in the demo later. But Aaron Judge, you jumped the gun on me, Nick. Aaron, having a good year?
It's having a great year. Fantastic.
So what are we doing, Nick? We're working on what? You can tell them. I already know.
We are working on a Triple Crown tape for Aaron Judge, showing how he's not just a power hitter. He hits the ball to all fields, plays great defense, runs the bases well. Yep. And we're just showing how there's a lot of guys in the league that are just singled out in one category, and he kind of does it all. Yeah. So I called Nick like this morning, like 9:30, something like that. Nick, what you doing, man? Here's what I'm thinking. So I said, hey, a lot of times Aaron Judge is such a great player that we're forgetting. We're getting caught up in the home run race and not looking at all the things that he's done off the field. So Nick pulled a bunch of video. We went through it already. This is kind of a preview into the tape that you'll see, and we'll dive in talking about that and just his ability to do all the different things he does, including playing center field. And don't even think about trying to run on Mr. Aaron Judge. Look at this throw right here. I'm just saying, I can't give you any more. No more, people. No more. No more. Nick, I'll be back. I got to walk them out here. Cliff, back to you, because you know what? The rest is coming on the show. We can't give you any more. Out. Shut the door. Cliff, don't bring them back.
Okay, thanks, guys. Looking forward to see how Harold's breakdown turns out live on air. Meanwhile, every time you see a name, like the one below here, or stats, pictures, anything on your screen, that is coming from our graphics department. So let's go out to Scott, who is in our graphics control room.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm getting my steps in. So Mike Nobile, associate producer up here in graphics, is going to help me out. And again, I'm in a room where there are a lot of people working. We're going to focus in on what Mike's got going on. We were showing everyone the Diamondbacks-Dodgers highlight, Mike. So it needs graphics, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So, yeah, Austin Barnes just hit that home run. So what I'm going to do now is basically update our scoreboard to make sure that's ready to go for whenever the game ends. All the data pulls automatically, the runs, the hits, even player stats. So all I have to do is check MLB.com, go to the box score, look up what player I want to put on there, and find their team number, and it'll automatically pull all the data that I need.
But you're deciding who's going to be on that box score.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll look, see who the best players are. Barnes hit that home run, so he's going to make the scoreboard.
And then you're also communicating quite a bit with research. So they say, hey, we've got an idea for a graphic. And then how is the sauce made?
So yeah, research will send us a lot of things. Basically, whatever they think might be the best sort of, we call it a page 2 full screen. Usually it comes after the highlight and after the scoreboard, and sort of like what deeper level of the game can we find out. So this is actually an example of one. So research sent this to us to possibly use later tonight. So it's last 5 players to win the batting title in their first full season with the new team. So Freddie Freeman, if you look at the very bottom, he leads the league with a 329 average right now. So coming up close to the end of the season, he might do that. So he might be first one since Yelich in 2018 to do it.
Ever nervous about spell check?
Spell check is great to use. Get a little nervous and don't make typos.
I was pretty good at spelling bees, but these guys, they are the masters. Sierra, back to you.
All right, guys, you don't want to go anywhere. Coming up, we are checking in with the quarterback of the show, the host of MLB Tonight, Greg Amsinger, who is joining us live from his office. I hope you tidied up a bit.
Doot, 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 doot. Da-na-na. Da-na-na. Hey, hey, hey. Doot, 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 doot. I'm just gonna have a video clip of me rolling.
Scott, I'm gonna throw you outside and you're gonna walk in and knock on his door.
Jess, you stole the show in that director's meeting.
You're gonna start here.
Yeah.
My phone's blowing up.
I'm gonna lead him right to his office.
Okay. Yep, I got you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Great. He's gonna
Okay.
like knock and.
I'll be like, yeah, come on in.
It's hiding.
Welcome back to MLB Tonight Behind the Scenes. We are a little over a half hour away from the live MLB Tonight. Here you see our editors hard at work getting ready for the show. And the person tasked with driving the ship tonight is our host, Greg Amsinger. Scott is with Greg in his office as he gets ready for the show.
Yes, Sierra, pregame prep, getting in the zone. Everybody here does it a little bit differently. Let's go to one of the guys that's been here for a long time and always has an open door policy. I just want to sneak in, though, and really catch him in the moment. Just like when I first started here. I walk right in, I see my boy, and I say, hey, how do you do this? How do you get ready for this?
Well,
Let's recreate that conversation.
So when you first started here, you didn't have a beard like that, which I love, by the way. But
I looked 12.
I want my, you said the word, you said number 12. Yes. I want my office to look like my bedroom when I was 12 years old. I want it to be messed up with bobbleheads, with baseball cards everywhere. I'm not like this at home, Scott. I want everything in order at home.
You're clean at home.
Yes, but here I want to exude creativity. Because this is where we come up with some of the most harebrained segments just in this office. And these baseball cards really help out when I like connect with the analysts. They sit down and they grab a stack and they'll start looking through and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I know this guy, Jason Bartlett. I was in Double-A with Jason Bartlett.
And we all have short attention spans.
Yes.
Look at me. I couldn't even resist. 30 seconds in, I'm picking up. I'm like, Joe Torre card?
I mean, Charlie Huff and Mark Whitten was awesome. He had 4 home runs in one game.
It's the ultimate icebreaker.
It really is. It works for me. But I'm also going through like stuff I want to talk about tonight. So, like, everyone thinks the Jordan Montgomery trade was terrible for the Yankees, right? But Harrison Bader is debuting tonight for the Yankees. So we're finally going to get a chance to see what this guy brings to the Yankees. We're going to move Judge to right. One of the best defensive center fielders in the game is going to be playing tonight. So all these Yankee fans that are hating on Brian Cashman for trading away Montgomery, who was not going to start a game, by the way, in October, they're going to get a chance to see the other side of the
trade. We're going to present the other side of the case, and they haven't been able to present it for a while.
No, guy's been hurt. It happens. Why are we mad at people when they're injured? Speaking of injuries, the Minnesota Twins are out of it. We think they're out of it, right? 7.5 games out. But if the White Sox were to sweep the Guardians, 3-game set, and the Twins sweep the Royals, all of a sudden you're looking at a Twins team that could be one of the most remarkable teams in recent memory. Only the Rays and the Reds have lost more games to injury than the Minnesota Twins. They've dealt with so many issues this year. I'm just saying, don't rule them out.
And this is what's going on, okay? And lastly, 2 quick things. One is research packet. It's always here. We love the researchers.
Yes.
It's all over the desk.
Yes.
He's marking it up. And actually, surprisingly, nothing in here.
Well, I actually do have.
And we'll have to go.
I was told to hide it. But I've got my caffeine down here.
Yes, okay. A little performance enhancement. It's legal. It's cool. Thank you.
You're the man. You guys are killing it. This is fun.
Can I catch you in makeup in a little bit, actually?
I'm always in makeup.
We got to go over the gossip of the makeup.
Of course.
All right, so we'll check in with Greg in just a sec. What about Greg's producer and coordinating producer? So let's start with the great Chris Collins, putting the show together. You saw him earlier. What's going on, my man?
What's up, Scotty B?
How you doing?
Doing all right.
All right, so let's run through the rundown for everyone. We saw a piece of ENPS, probably. I don't know what that stands for. I'm not going to put you on the spot
Don't quiz
for
me.
that.
I have no idea.
You can Google it. But anyway, what's going on here with the rundown every day?
So my job, and basically think of it as like kind of like a football coach. So I'm in charge of putting the game plan together, essentially. So during the show, I'm calling the plays, putting the game plan together. So everybody kind of contributes with ideas and segments, and then I put it all in the rundown. During the show, I'm in charge of where we're going, and Edit assigns the tapes.
Do you ever get, what would you call it, writer's block? Or I just can't come up with the right idea for today's show?
1,000%. But we're lucky because we have a great research staff, Greg, all our talent, so it's a collective effort.
And sometimes there are bad ideas, right? And you have to say, you know
I've had a lot of bad ideas personally, but I'm willing to try anything. So, sometimes you find gold.
And if you need a little help, you turn to your right.
This guy.
You have your man, Chris Rowan.
Yeah.
CP, what does CP stand for?
Coordinating producer.
Okay, so what's going on? What are you overseeing here?
Well, there's the pre-show prep, which is basically talking to talent, making sure our sales elements are lined up. Tonight we have our Inside the Park sold by Cricket Wireless. So every time we go inside the park to see Aaron Judge hit or whoever we might be seeing, that's the sponsor. So we line up everything like that. I started my day with an 8 o'clock phone call from Harold Reynolds, so a little coffee, talked over the show, and from there it's pre-show and then in-show. In-show, I'm supporting Chris, or my producer that night.
So you're paying the bills. You're
paying the bills.
Playing the psychology game.
Yes.
Right? You're Harold's therapist sometimes in the morning.
Yep.
It's a tough job.
There are children, our second children.
Right. Take care of your kids, and then you talk to the other kids. Sarah, back to you.
Good stuff. Okay, Scott, next we're going to check out behind the scenes as we head over to Studio 42, where Harold and the crew will be walking through his demo for later tonight.
Oh, two men getting touch-ups on live.
Welcome back to a special edition of MLB Tonight Behind the Scenes. Here's a look at our baseball card wall featuring over 4,500 cards dating all the way back to the 1950s. The card wall sits right outside our Studio 42, where Cliff is with Harold and the crew walking through the demo plan for later tonight.
Hey, we're over in Studio 42, our playground. So everything we work on in the edit, we bring over to reality over here, and we just do our breakdowns, and we have a lot of fun, actually. But we want to pay tribute to Maury Wills. We got H here. Learn a little bit about bunting.
Yeah, Cliff. Maury taught me a lot about bunting. So that's what we're going to get into right now, just kind of how we want the angle shot, what we want to show. Is that what we're getting into?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so the biggest thing, we'll have the plate here. I'm going to talk mainly about his footwork. So I want to make sure you shoot like whole body.
Okay, why don't we do it at home plate?
Oh,
show us right up at home plate.
All right. Yeah, why are we out here, Cliff?
I don't know. You know what? I mean, only follow instructions, dog.
I'll tell you what, my first Major League spring training, Maury Wills was the manager of the Mariners.
Okay.
And I was in minor league camp, and he kept talking to guys about how to bunt, all these other things. And throughout my whole Major League career, he'd call me up. He'd go, man, you didn't use your footwork right on that one. And the beauty was I was a switch hitter, and so was Maury. So he had a few keys. I'll start left-handed first. So this is what I'll do. The main thing he felt like with left-handed was you can step here, and I'm not crossing the plate, but I'm still covering here, and I've already got a step. And then boom, and I'm out.
Okay.
So if I'm a bunt to third base, I don't want to show a hit. I just go boom, set my angle, and go. All right, that was, see how smooth that footwork was?
But let me ask you something. Was it more stepping towards a pitcher in that way?
If I'm pulling it towards first.
Right.
See, if I'm pulling this ball towards first, I stepped right here.
Yeah.
And I want to get a high pitch, and boom, the object is to smoke it towards the second baseman. Now it's a foot race between me and the pitcher.
Right.
If I wanted to bunt it down third, a lot of guys teach this, and you get too far out. So Maury would teach a little jab step that held you here, and then boom.
So why do we have so much trouble with the sacrifice bunt? Guys are not in position, or guys are not committed to bunting?
Both. You got to commit yourself to bunting. And then the other thing, with a sacrifice, you got to give yourself up early.
Okay.
So one of the things I learned, if you look at this right here, right? What's that do? That sets an angle.
Mm-hmm.
If I set a bat here, it sets the angle. So I was always taught, try to set your angle on the back of that plate. And now you let the ball dictate what's going to go. I'm already set. All I got to do is let the ball hit it and drop the bat, and I'm there.
I like that. That's
simple as that.
So, H, when we're shooting this, we'll have the steady shooting you full.
Okay.
And do you think we should have a robo down the third and the first base line?
Yeah, I mean, mainly towards the last one, maybe, so we can see where the balls are going.
Okay.
Hopefully, Dan's going to pitch.
I plan on having the overhead.
Yeah, the overhead.
Too.
That's what I'm saying.
When you lay that, when you lay that bat down from overhead, that'll
you'll be able to see that.
Okay.
So hopefully, we pull it off.
Are you going to do the breakdown in the monitor first?
Yeah, I'm going to start off. I'll just say, hey, this is Maury Wills, and take a look at Maury, and then I'll actually, I got a couple of them where I'm going to break down his footwork, so you can actually see his footwork, and then I'll go duplicate what he taught me.
You gonna bunt some? You gonna bunt a few?
Some, yeah.
That's what we do over here.
Pressure.
Right?
There's nothing better than live pressure.
Pressure bust pipes.
Yes. I love it.
Scotty, I don't know if you learned something, but I know I did.
Pipes. I love
there you go. Back to you, bub.
Cliff, I learn everything, just about everything, right here. This is the dream, Greg.
This is huge. We're about to make history.
We are in the makeup room for a few minutes because when you were a young Greg, you mentioned to me earlier, 12-year-old Greg, didn't you say, oh, I can't wait to get my makeup in Secaucus, New Jersey every day?
The two of us actually appreciate with these artists too, Casey, Chris, and Danielle Lampo, they're two of the best in the business. They're going to give us, so we're going to do this back and forth in the makeup room while we're getting touched up.
Oh, perfect.
How great is this?
You're getting touched up for the show, and I feel left out if I'm not getting touched up.
You look at just your forehead's a little shiny.
Okay, perfect.
Just like a hair shiny. That's about it.
And you would tell me.
I totally would, but I will also say this. It's almost like a little therapy session before the live show. Remember the movie Wizard of Oz?
Of course.
The lion gets pampered. He gets like all of his curls. I feel like the lion in Wizard of Oz when I come in here.
Also, how often do you know, especially right here, you're getting a touch-up from Casey near the eyes. I mean, your eyes are open right now, but me, I'll close my eyes for a moment and kind of visualize what I'm about to do for the next few hours. Do you ever do that?
I do that sometimes. I also wait for good producing. Producing comes in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes you get the best producing right here. So give me some good producing, Casey.
You're having a great hair day, Greg.
Oh, I feel good. I feel that is great producing.
That is.
Yeah, and we all love chatting with our makeup artists.
Oh, well, this is Gossip Central right here.
No doubt about it.
We have MLB Central and then Gossip Central.
And there are a million different topics we'd love to dive into. Casey, what would you say is the most popular topic that all on-air talent loves to dive into?
Themselves.
Yeah, we love talking about ourselves. We sit down in the chair and we just talk about our lives, right? For the most part.
It's very entertaining.
It is, it is. Yeah, it's important that we need to come in here and they're always smiling, they're always happy. Danielle just loves being on live TV. You can tell right now.
Big smile.
Yes.
Psychology degrees basically for half the building, it's sounding like.
I feel like I owe them like a therapy session.
Yes.
Like, you know, I need to like drop $200 down somewhere because I feel good before I go out there.
Big Christmas gifts, always, okay? At the very least. And yes, we're talking about what's going on at the show, but for the most part, this is a pump-up session. Like, this is where you get a lot of your confidence, because we're 10 steps away from where all the magic's about.
Right, and this is usually where we are right before the show starts. I'm going to take you behind the curtain just a hair. There's one person that cannot stand getting their makeup done, and he fights it every single day. Who am I talking about?
Harold Reynolds.
Harold Reynolds does not like getting his makeup done.
We wanted to do a segment in here,
right?
But Harold's not going to be in
He's not good. He doesn't even want to come in here.
Does he even know where to go?
I don't even know if he's been here.
Located?
Yeah, the makeup artist tried to run him down just to powder his head. He won't do it, but we appreciate looking good on camera.
We do. I really do. And it's just a lovely time here. We have the best makeup artists in the world. And I mean just by the work they're doing, but also by the conversations that we're having. It is A+ conversations.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
They're amazing.
It's showtime. You ready now?
Is it already?
Yeah. We got to deliver some updates. There is a game going on, but there are many starting 7 o'clock Eastern hours. So as much as we love to schmooze in here, Greg's got to go. So when we come back on MLB Tonight, updates, live looks, the whole deal, we'll run through it all. And we're going to check in with Dan Plesac. We need more airtime for Dan Plesac.
DJ Dan.
He gets all the love
go.
on Twitter, but let's see what he's up to. And Dan Cronin with the highlight update. We'll go back to Dan. He's been a superstar this hour.
Ballpark, start your ballpark, start your move.
We'll come back with spot 3 and then key up the breakdown of the skybox.
Breakdown is Q and W.
Steady, get to the foul pole for the rejoin. Cue the banners. Stand by jib. Give me a slow push to the center field monitor.
Welcome back to MLB Tonight Behind the Scenes. Dan, you are jumping up and down. You are so excited for this.
Yeah, you know, in football, they have the 2-minute warning. This is like the 10-minute warning. This is when you get a little nervous. Show's about to start. Games are starting. It's go time.
We have 5 games underway, and even though you are due on set in like under 15 minutes, you are locked in. Dan, what are you looking for tonight?
Tonight, big series, Guardians, White Sox. 2 things I always have. I have to have my research packet and my Jolly Ranchers.
Okay, you're going to say some for me, though?
Of course.
All right, that's
yes, you can have some.
All right, go get ready.
All right, I'm going to go get ready.
All right.
I'm out of here.
I believe we're going to check in now with Lindsay. I'm going to steal this microphone from you. And Lindsay, you are in charge of the assignment desk. Tell us about your role on a day-to-day basis.
So yeah, here at the assignment desk, our main job is to make sure we have all eyes on the news at all times. We're on Twitter, making sure, if any injuries happen during the day or, during the game, if there's a perfect game, we have to send that out to producers, graphics, research, make sure everybody's in the loop.
Okay, no pressure or anything, right?
No, none of that.
All right, let's check it out with Scott. I believe the highlights are almost done, right?
Yeah, that game is almost done. And Sarah, I've been so busy walking around the building that Emma is locked in on this Dodgers Diamondbacks game. So did I miss anything?
A little bit, yeah. So when you were here, Austin Barnes hit a homer to make it a 2-run game, and then the Dodgers went on to score 3 runs in the 8th to take the lead.
So can we show everyone that update, which is what we would do, of course, on a daily basis, but we're going to show you behind the scenes how that went down. So run through it for me.
So it was the bottom of the 8th, Diamondbacks up 2. Will Smith comes up, he hits a single to make it a 1-run game.
I like the fast forward action for me. I
exactly.
appreciate that. Boom.
Spinning up a little bit.
Yeah.
Got some cool reacts there. Trace Thompson right after.
And that was ruled a hit.
That was ruled a hit. And then we had Miguel Vargas come up. He hit the go-ahead run, and then the Dodgers held on to win it 6-5.
Perfect. There you go. So the game is complete. That's what we would show you update-wise. Emma, appreciate it. Great work.
Thank you. You brought me some bad luck, but we made through it.
No, we did it. And we'll show you that full highlight coming up on MLB Tonight. Studio 3 calling Greg Amsinger, Dan Plesac, and Harold Reynolds. You're needed for a show on live national television. Coming up next.
Welcome back. Welcome back to MLB Tonight. Behind the scenes, we are seconds away from the big show. I'm with the fellas. How nervous are you right now? Do you ever get butterflies? Because I'm kind of nervous for you.
No.
I don't either.
No, the butterflies maybe in year one, but by now, no butterflies.
No.
Okay, so take me through. What are the last second preparations that you go through leading up to the show? Because like I said, we're just moments away.
Well,
go ahead, Harold.
No, I was just going to say probably the last thing we run to the restroom before we come out. That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, 'cause I heard that you're late a lot, Harold.
Yeah.
I've never
he shows up on time, but he's late arriving. He's never late, but he's always later getting to the scene. Let's put it that way.
Never miss the show when it starts at a certain time.
Yeah, he's on time. He'll push it right up like at 6:59:59. He'll be there at 6:59:47.
But we never
he's
start a
ready.
show. Dan, you got your camera?
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh! We never start a show without Dan
Without
taking
the
a
selfie.
Selfie. No,
All right,
ready.
we'll get the selfie ready. You're just fashionably late. That's what you got to say. By the way, you guys, you need a host.
No, we don't.
No, you're the host.
You're hosting.
Where is Greg?
Oh, him.
Oh, it's okay. I'm over here in the makeup room. I've got Please Sex phone, by the way. It's a bunch of baseball stuff and selfies. That's all it's in there. It's crazy. You know, it was easy to get into it. At PleaseSec19, I just hit 1919. And it got into his phone. So great. Hey, I'm with my assistant, Cameron. Do you mind walking with me to the studio, give people a sense of what we're doing here? Hey, Cliff, take a load off, man. You're good. Great show, bud. All right, ladies, thanks for the makeup.
Have a good show.
I don't know how you made me look presentable for TV. I seriously don't. I came in here looking like a wild man, like I had a full beard. Really, I did. Okay, so this is a big show. I'm eating candy right now. So unprofessional. It's a Jolly Rancher, which Please Sec, you'll see in commercial break, eats nonstop. Eats Jolly Ranchers, like chews them like potato chips. But this is a big show. We've got, obviously, the battle for the AL Central, which we're going to talk about nonstop. The Guardians and the White Sox. I predicted that the White Sox would win the AL Central. That's one of the many predictions that you're going to see in this show. One of the many. As we walk into Studio 3. I got to throw this away. I got some candy in my mouth. That's so unprofessional. Hey! Hey! Wow. You guys, this is a lot of fun.
There's one thing. I just have my final thought on this. You have whose phone do you have?
This is Please Sec's phone.
No, that's the imposter phone. This is the real.
Nothing shadier than that.
That's right. You're not going to sneak one by DJ Dan. Hey, speaking of that.
Yeah, we got to get in.
Get in here.
Come on.
All right, here we go.
Ready?
We almost replaced you with.
1, 2, 3. Look at that.
That's a good
Hey,
selfie.
Greg, that's my phone.
How did 1919 work? Let me go back. Not real?
Yeah.
Hey, did you enjoy doing this?
I loved it. You guys put in so much hard work day after day. I see all the prep that goes on. I love being in the bullpen when you guys are getting ready for the games because I like to be the little fly on the wall as you guys are watching. It's so interesting to hear all your insights. I like hearing you guys get angry.
Yeah,
I like
we
hearing
do.
you
We
guys
get angry.
Passionate.
We argue.
Yeah, we're not supposed to have favorite players as favorite teams, but we have teams that we root for more than others.
You're absolutely
And
right.
players that we root for.
And I think the foundation of this show idea came from how entertaining the show is in commercial breaks.
Well, yeah. That's where everything really gets
I mean, if you can, and online, they'll be watching, correct?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
we're going to be checking in with you guys on commercial break.
So they're going
but-
to see me eating the Jolly Ranchers?
Your mic is going to be hot.
Eating the Jolly Ranchers. What's he do?
Like potato chips.
Devours them.
I don't know how he has teeth left.
You guys, hot mics though. So keep it clean.
That's right. That's
Keep
gonna be
it
the problem.
kosher. We're not trying to get, taken off
Right.
the air.
No.
No.
We
Take
okay,
it from
Dan?
me. You can say anything once. I'm living proof. Just Google Reggie Jackson.
Yes. Lead sack Reggie Jackson. So the best TV you're ever going to see. But one of the coolest parts about this show, one of the coolest parts is when we walk up onto the set. Right?
Go sit down.
We go, Sierra, you're the best. Thank you. That was so much fun. You did a
I'm
great
checking in
job.
with you guys. I'm not going far.
Oh, okay, good. When we sit down, and then our producer, Chris, they get in our ear and they start firing us up. They start getting us pumped up. And there they are right now.
Get pumped up, Gregory.
All right, see,
Let's go.
They're getting us fired up.
Yes.
I got to lose the candy.
30 days.
No, keep it.
I can't believe you got
lose
candy.
it. No, when you're around police sack as much as I am, it's
Hey, we got to
just,
take our shot. Ready? Greg?
on the side. Here we go.
All right, guys.
20.
20 seconds.
Boom, there it is. That'll be on Twitter in about 20 seconds.
So essentially, we're going to do the show,
15
and you're going to
seconds.
watch our entire cast support what we're doing live on the air. And what I'm being told is we have less than 10 seconds to start the show. Oh, you ready?
I'm ready.
MLB Tonight, live, starts right now. Yeah.
Harold, you got me?
That is 30 out of the animation.
Daniel, you got me? We're only here for a second.
Stand
We're
by
going to say hi,
camera
hello,
3.
Greg. Hey, do you have a shot sheet for D-backs Dodgers?
20. 20 out of the
20
animation.
We're going to
seconds.
come out
Stand by
and say hi,
3
hello.
names.
Our first update.
Then our first update will be in tan. 15.
First play, Bryson.
10 seconds.
Camera guy in the car. Was it the camera? It was, yeah, it was.
5
It would have been a
seconds.
single, but the
Stand by 3 with mics and music. 3 seconds. Mics go. Ready, 3, go 3.
MLB
Dissolve.
Tonight, we're live in studio.
Ready, font
four.
one,
Really
key font
cool
one,
day
animate.
Here in Secaucus, New Jersey. It's Greg Amsterdam, my guys, Harold Reynolds. Dan
Stand by the
Cusack.
fade music,
I thought
slowly
that
fade music,
past
animate
hour
on.
was really
Stand by
insightful.
update
and
in tan.
my phone's
Give
blowing
him a
up.
second
People
here.
are into it.
The amazing thing is
One
how
swing
big
left.
our studios are.
Ready, 1.
That opening shot where they zoom all the way through
Ready, 2,
everything.
take.
It's pretty big.
I can remember the first year in
Ready,
2009
1.
getting from my office to this
Ballpark
set
cam's on
and
Judge
getting
now.
lost multiple times.
Ready, 3,
the first
take.
couple of
It's
months.
like a maze.
It is.
Yeah, but we.
Stand by an
How many
update in
years have we been
tan.
here now?
Long.
Yeah, we've been here a long time.
We got a lot of memories
Ready,
in
tan?
this building,
Philly.
and more memories are being made all over America. The baseball diamonds are action-packed right now. As
Right.
we get close
Roll
to the
tan
stretch
music.
run. Let's get you an update
3
between
clips
the
here.
Blue Jays and the
Gotcha.
Philadelphia Phillies.
Daddy.
Watch Bryson Stott here.
Bryson Stott
Hoskins
spinning
at the
in.
plate.
Whoa!
Read my
He hit the cameraman in the head.
So they're
He's
getting judge on
Yes, he did.
RX3.
Watch this.
He
We
does
might
it,
get
hits
a
him.
good angle of this. I think they're going to show him he get hit in the noggin. Oh,
Bounce off a park. Great.
Goodness! Ouch!
Last play.
Stand by font 4.
We're going to pass along any injury information for teams.
You want replays here?
Nice catch in Miami, guys.
The Blue
Score.
Jays
Go
are
5
finally
6
playing
Philadelphia.
like we
All
thought
right,
they
stand
were
by
gonna play
inside the park to
in April.
R6. Sponsored.
And you
It
know,
took 5 months to get going, Harold, but they're rolling
and
now.
Dan,
got
the
me,
point you
Sammy?
said about him playing the second
Ready,
half.
R6, no
Yep.
score.
Yeah, I got a score. Go
You ready?
live, Philly,
That we never
Carolina.
did this with him. We do it with some of the
I'll
other
let him
players.
cross
When
it.
you leave that first team,
Bryce Harper's
that
up now.
adjustment. Now think about what he had to do.
No
Right.
pressure. Live, Philly. Harper. Now you have a
Protocols,
catch here.
everything else.
Nice.
Different team, different spring training in Florida. Took him a little while to adapt. He's there now.
Yeah, cricket takes us inside the park. Here's Bryce Harper. He's
What did we
been,
decide
hitting
on?
Under 200
Player box
since
or
coming off
stand full?
the IL.
Video
Every
box or
first
stand
home
full?
run. I
You
can't
wanna see the guys?
believe he's back.
Let's stay full for right
After
now.
the
Gotcha.
injury he
Two, give
sustained,
me a
the
tight
surgery
Harold.
that he had to go through just to come
Hey,
back
Lee,
is a miracle.
if we get
And
another
here he is
pitch,
now,
double play
trying to help the
R15,
Philadelphia
ballpark
Phillies.
game for
Living
like
through
yeah.
All right,
that
let's
when
set
you
a
get that
double play
long-term
with
conflict,
R15.
that opportunity. You take it. If he was a guy trying to play for a contract, you think he's back in here right now? Bryce might be because he's got that eye of the tiger. But he had a bunch of people in his ear probably saying, don't play till you're 100%. That's what I love about this is that he's come back.
That's awesome.
He's struggled like you talked
You
about.
ready?
Yeah.
But even his presence in the lineup
Judge live ballpark
has just lifted this
All right,
club.
ballpark
Speaking
camps
of
hot following
presence,
Judge.
number 99, Aaron Judge.
How do you not take your eye off him?
I don't think anyone
Stand by
is.
your left box.
We're not taking our eye.
No offense, Bryce Harper. 3-0 to score on
full
the
left
left side of your
box.
screen.
And
Aaron
left
Judge is
box full.
lead off tonight.
Is he going to hit a couple bombs this weekend?
They play the Pirates. And
You have a cap one in your back.
they got the Red Sox this weekend. They might
Sox this weekend.
They got two games.
Friday,
JJ
Saturday,
Bleday
Sunday.
cap one.
He got
JJ
two tonight with the Pirates.
He's got a chance at
Vanderbilt
70.
legend, Chris.
No.
Oh, Greg, really?
He's got a chance at 70.
I shouldn't say, oh, Greg. You were the guy that said Pujols was going to get 700, and I looked at you like, what?
So hold on. So he's got how many games left? 14? 13, 14?
16 games.
16 games.
You know, can you give me NL wildcard standings at font 3, Kyle?
If he wants,
look at Bryce.
if he wants to catch the
Stand by
Bonds
font
record
four.
of
Score and
73
then
home
standing.
runs,
Ready,
he's
font
getting
four?
14
White.
home runs over the last 16
Stand by
years.
font 3.
Whoa, I didn't say
Font
he
Cook.
hit 73. Say he's going to hit 70 home runs, which means all he needs is 11.
Come on, Kim.
The
Come on,
most
Kim.
Aaron
All right.
Judge has ever hit
No
in 16
standings.
years
Ready,
in
3.
his
On camera,
career
go 3.
is 13.
Dissolve.
That happened
Fade
this
music.
year.
Stand
So
by
he
your
needs
game bar.
11 home
for
runs
Yu
to
Chang
get to
in
70.
Boston.
Key font 2.
That's going to be tough.
Animate.
That's I mean, I know he's done that, but
Wait.
when you start getting towards the end of the year,
Who they
getting a
playing?
little
We have
tired.
to stop
You
comparing.
want the game bar here?
Stay
Or
clean.
stay clean? Okay, we'll stay
Schedule's the
clean.
key.
He's got a lot
You
of.
can
He's
font
got
2.
Pirates, Red Sox, they're out of it.
Give me
Ready,
some,
2.
give me some
Take.
B here.
Toronto.
B
Stand by
here.
B full.
This is a fascinating thing, though. Even the teams that are in it are pitching to him. What are you thinking about?
Well, as a leadoff guy, no doubt. You see where he sits. Most home runs in a single season in American League history. Roger Maris's record
Then
is
home
going
against
to be
the
broken.
Orioles for
Aaron
3.
Judge is going to do this.
Then he goes to Texas. They end the
And we were
season at
talking in the
Texas for
production
4.
meeting, what you saw in the previous hour of behind the scenes of MLB Tonight. I
Go 3.
believe we're witnessing
Dissolve.
the
Fade
greatest
music.
I'll do the game
offensive
bar here.
season in the history of the
Key
sport.
font 2.
Thank you.
I
Animate.
really believe that.
Yankees.
When you look at what the lineups that the other guys that hit over 60
you're
home
hot.
runs
You bring it out when you got
the
it.
supporting cast
Around
around them.
Yeah.
And you just look at the OPS of the Yankees lineup this year. It has been a one-man band.
And on top
Who's
of
up
it,
for the
Greg,
Red Sox right now?
think about
Yu Chang,
how
the
much he
eight-hole.
put on his
Take.
shoulders when he came out
Connor
before
Wong.
opening
Four,
day
stay tight
and
on,
said,
Greg.
you know what? I'm going to bet on myself. And this could have
Harold's
been
looking
one of
for
those
something.
seasons where he was
What
off
does he
to a
look-
miserable start. You and
Can
I,
you give me the
Harold,
Triple
could have
Crown
said,
watch full
man, he was
screen?
crazy for
Kyle?
not taking that money. I wonder if
Do you
he's
see-
kicking
you know what
himself for
Harold's
not
asking
taking
for?
that money.
Key
This
font
is
2. Animate. Ready, 3.
I did.
Take. Oh, is that what it is? A breakdown?
I'll give you credit. You were the one that said, no, I like it. Bet on yourself. I'm like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah,
There's no one like him.
845.
There's no one like him.
213 million.
It's if you took
Can we
Derek
hide
Jeter
your graphic?
Take.
I'm going to
and
send
Babe
Harold
Ruth
up
and
to the backstop in a
mixed them
second.
All right,
together.
5. Get ready to
Judge
follow
live
Harold to the
every
backstop.
Network.
Ready, font 3.
You've been all
Dissolve.
season.
Music.
You still feel the same way.
Harold, go up to the
He'll be
backstop.
wearing
All right,
the
Harold's
other
headed to the
generic.
Harold's headed to the backstop. Let's light
He's going to be
it.
doing his judge tape here.
Tapes at 8. Are we good to have A in the backstop?
Point, but you might be right, Greg.
Thanks.
No,
I don't
Harold's got
think
his
so. I
judge
remember
look
going.
like you're jogging off the set right now.
Go to Harold.
Ready, 5.
Oh,
Dissolve,
well,
5.
You took me there. I mean,
Stand by
talk
to roll
about
it.
Aaron Judge. And Greg, this is going to help back your point. Maybe the best season we've ever seen. Because if you're chasing a triple crown like he is, there's a lot to go into. But let's take a look at Aaron Judge. Now, the first thing that comes to mind, obviously, is the home runs, right? The power of Aaron Judge, and we're watching 59, and we should be caught up into this thing, trying to get this thing over with.
Wow,
and get
can you
past
roll
that.
back the
If
judge?
we don't go to a full screen,
Him and his defense.
Steve, just be ready to
He's
walk
got
him back to the
6'7"
desk.
playing center field.
Greg, when he's
Peter,
done,
I
I guess
know,
ballpark
we're gonna
camp
do a
shot,
little
the
bit,
judge
but
is
they walk
running
back
out
to
to
the
right
desk.
And
field
then
to
he's
start the
roaming
game.
around making plays. And the other thing is,
When Harold's tapes
that
over,
arm is a
ballpark
right
camp
fielder's
to
cannon.
Our
So he's
15.
in
From
center
EVS.
with a
Goal
right
3,
fielder's
judge right
arm.
now,
I mean, it's
Gotcha.
Dave Winfield type stuff.
Out of this
we're
tape,
seeing.
will ballpark
But
to
even
EVS
a
or
bigger
R15?
season
Are you
than
using the
Dave's having
broadcast or
because Dave
ballpark
didn't put up
camp,
the
Sam?
Triple Crown
I like
possibility.
broadcast, but we can
But
use the
Aaron
broadcast.
Judge,
Yeah,
folks,
it's not
is
gonna be-
doing it all.
it's not.
Now, let's
Yeah.
not get carried away like
Tan.
Greg
All
did a
right,
couple
it's
weeks
not
ago,
a
talking about
ballpark
great
camp.
center
Ballpark
fielder
camp.
ever.
So So we'll just
he's
wipe
played
to
about
tan.
70 games out
I mean,
there.
18 now.
He's
Okay,
a
he's
right
went to
fielder,
tan.
folks. And I tell you what, he can go get them with the best of them as he goes up and steals this. It's like taking candy from a baby. I mean, that's how simple he plays right field. But I want to take
So
you
it's
back.
only 18 seconds.
They're
Okay.
replaying them right now.
What an incredible athlete.
Copy.
He
If it's
steals
longer, I mean, it
bags.
might
That's
literally be
third.
the exact same
That's
shot, but
second.
you got a little more
Running,
bat on
putting
it.
So
pressure
let's
on.
go green.
He does it
We're going
all.
green.
Judge taking
People
the field
does
will
it all.
not be
Now
ballpark
it's time
count.
triple crown.
No.
Because
We're going
every
tan or green?
category
Why don't we do tan
has
to
a
green?
Tan
special-
to
green.
Like
Okay.
Ryan's
Oh,
here.
I got you.
He sits here and he's going to shoot
Yeah,
balls
already
the
on
other
the
way.
field,
He's going to get his hits. Or you're going to have guys doing that.
Sure.
Aaron enters
Okay.
tonight at 316.
Brown to green,
people.
brown to green.
Keep an eye on that because he can hit the ball.
Brown is not
Already
ballpark
out.
Over
camp,
the
correct?
diamond. This is not just
Got
a
it.
guy that's
Still
going to hit
Yankee,
home runs.
so
and
Yankees
that's
white
it.
to brown.
He can
Green will
spray
be
the ball and
Green
he
will
can
be ballpark.
outrun some
Then we
things,
can
too.
dissolve to
Shows
green
you
with the
already
chip.
how
Do they stay
athletic
on
he
him
is
for a
still
while on green?
bags.
45.
45.
Maybe sneak a knock that way. The other
Forever,
thing
right?
is
Yeah,
the home
that's
run
perfect. That's what we
category.
want. Yeah.
You got guys like Alvarez, who's second in home runs,
Carol.
by the way, in America.
When we're done with the judge stuff, I'm just going to do the DraftKings.
Yeah,
I'm going to do 853.
Like Anthony Rizzo,
Yeah,
that are
is
just
he throwing at the end of
or
Brown?
Santana out in
So then before he
Seattle.
throws
all he's
Kyle, you
trying
can
to
give
do
me
is
the
hit homers.
DraftKings
He's
full
hitting
screen of fun.
198.
Pregame
So
parlays
that's
are
in
slightly
that
shorter, but
category
if we're
of
crossing,
the
it'll work
home
great.
run
Yeah.
category.
Stand by Brown with the Yankees white.
I'm going to do
20
something.
seconds.
59 and being able to shoot the ball. He's got 59 home runs.
I'm going to get a
people.
break in
That's what
because
he's
then we're going to
doing
want to
here in
watch
the home
Judge
run
bat next
category.
inning.
RBIs.
You need a bump from
You
us?
got guys like
No. I
Jose
got it.
Reyes.
10
shooting the
seconds.
ball all
Stand
over
by
the place,
Brown
driving
on the
runs
white.
in. But you know what? He's leading the
Going
league in
right to
that.
Judge
He's got
Taylor.
We can carry the music over. Ready, Brown?
127
3
saves.
seconds.
2.
That's pretty
White.
impressive.
Roll
All
Brown.
right, and I'm not done yet.
No, you are.
15 to green.
Aaron
I'm
Judge
not
is
done.
taking the
Green's ballpark.
field.
We'll come back out to you, Harold. We'll come back to him. We'll come back to him in a sec. Stay there.
Aaron Judge is
5 to
taking the
green.
field for
4,
his 77th game.
2.
Ready, green? Roll
One.
green, dissolve green.
77, Greg.
What's that?
All right, come back out to Harold
He's in
here.
right
I got
tonight.
you.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. He's in right field, but 77 games in center field.
Stand by. He's coming back. He's going back to the desk. Stand by camera 3.
Is back.
Brian Cashman is getting torched
All right,
on
back
this
to you,
trade,
Harold.
too.
You can go back
And
up
I'm
there.
glad
Stay
we're
up
going
there.
to get a chance to see
All right, he's going back. He's back at ball. He's back at the backstop.
All right,
5, get back there. Ready, 5.
I think he's going to be playing center field for the next 3 or 4 years.
Well,
Go for it.
this
And
break
dissolve.
tape may last for the next 3 to 4 years.
Hey, Greg, it's not every day you know you have a big audience. When you say you're going to show behind the scenes, I'm
Are
not
we doing
just wasting
DraftKings
time
going?
to edit
Gotcha.
nothing. Let's
So-
finish the tape because, hey, this is what you do.
That was the end of
when
the
you
tape.
got
That was the end of the
Aaron
tape.
That was the
Judge.
end of his tape.
Jason thinks that was the end of the tape. Anyway, I'm just
All right, welcome on.
soapbox.
Just stay with him.
That was
Hey,
so
but
good.
the beauty of
Got it.
that,
So
Wow.
5. Be
Springer
ready
right
to go
here.
to the 103 when we get to DraftKings. We'll have the
Springer's
mock
right here.
field set 6 and the 103 when we get
Wish
there.
he ran that
5,
today,
you're,
right?
you're
Give me that
covered right
Springer
now.
RBI real quick. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a quick
It's
update
like
from
pitching.
Philadelphia.
There's guys that strike
Stand by,
you
an
out.
update in 10.
There's guys that give you innings.
Ready,
open at
2.
10.
He be the
Take.
highest.
Update
You're
10.
still covered. 5, you can back out of there. Back out of there, 5. Get ready to go to the 103. Ready, 3.
What is he
We'll
going to
do this quick. We'll do draft.
Go 3, take.
That's still good luck.
Nah, I got to bang a break because I want to get back before Judge bats.
Which won't be Scherzer.
So we're doing
He will not
DraftKings?
beat Scherzer.
No, quick
I say
update
he's-
10 Philadelphia.
Update 10,
Stands
gotcha.
open.
5 years, 50 per year. 20. He's
Yep,
getting
that's
longer than that.
She may come in the commercial break.
We can lead him here.
Stand by, update in 10.
He takes
for
that
it.
to
White.
36.
Music,
Philly.
roll 10.
UConn great. George Springer.
Yes, Sierra will come in during the breaks because she's still live on her show.
Font 1's clear.
AAV.
And if I see her in our show, it's fine. It's all connected.
This is the Emmy-award.
Just one play here.
MLB Tonight.
Stand by, font 4.
Is it MLB?
Ready, font 4.
Scoring that
White.
DraftKings.
And the
Prompter
Blue Jays
next.
get to
All right, stand by, 8 of font 3.
DraftKings.
You can put
DraftKings.
set 6 in the
Another
103.
guy stripling on the bump. He's been terrific
Ready, A?
for the
Prompter.
Jays. Time now.
Roll A, take music. Ready, font 3.
Guardians White Sox coming up on our air.
Guardians White Sox.
Dissolve.
Most of you will see on MLB
We'll
Network.
bump B
This is
right
the
off.
battle
Oh, we got a
for the
Monterville
Central.
first.
A
Good for
members
a
All right, so Montville and then B is our T's. We'll dissolve to B.
He's gonna record a hit, a Braves, and hit a homer. He's hitting over 350.
Yeah.
7 more punch outs. I think this is money.
I think, or low theme. Ready, 5?
Go for it.
Go 5. Dissolve.
Sports betting partner.
Bumping B off.
All right, stand by B with the dissolve and music.
$5 on any team and get $100 in
I may
free
not
bets
cap
no
here,
matter
Carol.
what. Use code MLB Tonight.
Oh, I may cap.
Buff. Maury Wells.
Ready, B? And
and roll beat dissolve music.
A legend, Maury Wills, who really changed the game out west. His talents on the base pass and with the bat in his hand. Harold Reynolds has much more.
Stand by your cap
and
effect.
When we come back on MLB Tonight.
We're going to send Harold. Can we send Harold to 42?
Harold,
you go to 42.
Collins, we clipped off some guys
All right.
bunting for
So
you.
5 and Harold, you're headed to 42 home plate.
Good life. Carol,
From
I just
where?
saw he's talking bunting.
On ballpark
Can you do me a
cam?
favor?
Yeah,
Ballpark cam.
He has
Can you have
his
them kill the
breakdown
promo
is
in
very
this,
kind of
Master?
specific.
Okay.
Hey, Jafar, can
you put
I think it's like
Ponce on
Altuve
So
and somebody
Shane,
else
this is
bunting.
where you could actually repo
Altuve and
now.
Kike Hernandez.
No.
Have it?
No, forget it.
We'll see. Like if one of those guys bunts
Just
later,
know
maybe
in the
bring it
next
back.
block I'm using your camera.
Can you punt flop rip?
Put font through
Hey,
it.
Greg.
All right, Greg. All right, Greg. I need a post first block assessment. How did it go?
You know, I really thought it was good. I mean, we've never done a show like this before.
Yeah.
And to have all the excitement in the building leading up to the live broadcast, to me, other than the Harold Reynolds 7-minute breakdown tape, I thought it was a really good A block.
It was not 7 minutes. Okay, I want to know though, how do you get all your energy? Because I never see you drinking coffee.
Can I just say, and this is sort of pathetic, this job is my social life.
I believe that.
So I get to hang out with my friends and watch baseball. I come home normally at like 1:30 in the morning. My wife isn't mad. She thought I was productive.
Yeah.
But I'm hanging out with my friends watching baseball. So this is my social life. So it's like if you showed up at a bar to meet all your friends after work, you wouldn't be low energy.
No, absolutely.
Right. So it's not really work for me.
Okay. Well, hey, friend, can I get my phone back now?
I'm giving it,
I'm
Sierra.
just kidding.
I'm giving. That was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Outstanding. You were great. You were great on the show.
Well, I think we might check back on in you. You know, I don't know. I might stick around.
Please hang out.
I need to see how it's done.
I would love for you to hang out.
No, it should just be. Wait, did
You want me over here?
Please 42 with a Harold?
No, just H.
Dan's throwing to
no.
Harold.
Please at 42.
Yeah.
He drove it in. Did Greg go too?
No, Greg is there.
Oh, Dan, you have to go to 40.
Where am I going now?
1 minute. Yeah, he does. He's got a pitch for him. He wants to pitch.
Oh,
He
okay,
wants
I
the
got you.
pitch.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Perfect.
so now there's 2. He's pitching for him. Yep.
Hey, Harold, guys, Judge is leading off. They're
Yeah.
coming back out of break in like a minute. So we'll do StatCast, and then we're probably going live to Judge first.
45.
And the StatCast is Shane McClanahan,
Steady's not there yet.
Oh.
who's starting tonight.
All right,
First
stand
game
by.
back
Billboard
after
and
the
A.
shoulder injury. You see what he's done.
They're
with
just
his
not
changeup?
patched in yet.
We're going to have to do a Judge AB first.
So
It is
Billboard and
it's something
StatCast, right?
Belgian
company. Yeah, we'll try to do that, Harold.
Foreign language.
You'll go first
we'll
here.
try to do
Hey,
that. Google.
what am I doing up here at
The
this
replay machine,
set?
like you said, live slow motion. Greg can probably just be on a single if it's just Greg.
Yeah, he can. All right, Greg is going back to the desk.
Do we have
Prompter out
So
break here?
you can back out there, Shane. We'll go
Be quick
single
on
on
Shane
Greg. This is
McClanahan.
just Greg.
And then we're going to go live to Judge.
coming back here.
10 to Billboard. Stand by. A sound with music under. 5 seconds. Track A.
Stand by, guys. Come back.
2, 1.
Really up track music under. Stand by. B with Greg's mic. B to font 3.
StatCast is
5
powered
seconds.
by Google Cloud, the official cloud
B and highlight
technology
music.
of MLB.
Roby, take music, mics go. Ready, font 3.
StatCast powered by Google Cloud.
You want to update before Judge? You're going right
Dissolve.
live.
All right, Steady is on the third base side.
He's back making his first starts. Missing.
So no
that
Steady
start.
yet. Where we
We're
going
just going
next?
live inside the park R5.
We're going inside the park to R5.
They'll be facing Christian
Oh,
Javier
nice.
and the Houston
Lisa, we can
Astros.
open.
I love it.
Go for it.
White.
Another
Live.
AL
We can
West
open
final
Harold and.
as cricket takes
All
its
right,
first
stand by,
open up
Harold.
one,
You can
two.
open up Harold now, Dan's mic.
Batting leadoff once again for the Yankees playing right field tonight is Aaron
Or Janet
Judge.
H. open.
Harold Reynolds.
Their
Dan
mics are hot.
Plesac alongside in Studio 42.
mics are hot.
Harold, are you cool with Judge batting leadoff?
So video, you got that? They're on the third base side. Steady.
This record.
Yeah, at this point in time, he's been their offensive weapon. It's worked for him. He's been up there in the top of the order. That's
I'm just
kind of
letting
where we're
know.
at in the
Video
sport.
know
You
that.
think he hits leadoff postseason
He's
start in a couple of
patched
weeks?
in on the
That's
third base
the
side. We're
only
not
thing
seeing
I'm
Steady
thinking
yet.
about. When you get to the postseason, are you all of
Okay.
a sudden going to flip it around? I mean, at some point, the Yankees got to get ready, but this is.
They're switching cables, so give us a second, okay?
Right now
You have.
over
You got time.
getting ready
Okay.
for the postseason, which
I'll run
at this point in
sound
time, I got
and
no
a bunch of
problem with.
stuff.
Something
Okay.
tells me he's going to get some pitches to hit in this game tonight.
There we go. It's coming.
He's facing Luis Ortiz, who's making his
They have
second
a slide
career
graphic
start.
they could bring that shows how many
he'd
home runs
get
he has.
one then.
Sure, bring it in.
Is it font 2 or font 1 for the
Greg,
graphic?
You know, the other thing about
Key
this
font
show,
2?
I think, you know,
Animate.
we're behind the scenes and everybody's showing all this cool stuff
Oh,
we
I
do.
do.
thought we still had to wear masks.
This show,
That works.
we don't know what's going to happen. It's totally unscripted. That's the fun part of it.
I thought they
Animate.
said still control rooms, but I might have missed one of those
Hey, there's
emails
no
where they
strike
change
zone up
policy
there
every
on the
week.
screen.
Yeah, you know what you think about this, Harold? He's running out of schedule, and he's facing a pitcher he's never seen before, going strictly off of videotape and scouting report.
It's not going to make it.
The other thing was the batting average. Now he's down to
Staying?
315.
No, I'm going to get out of here.
Ready,
The
font
short
4?
And then we're going to do B5 down.
is really
White.
impressive
Hey,
what
Greg.
he's trying
Maury
to do
Wills,
here.
VO
They have
next.
that many home runs. It's amazing.
All right, stand by W
Yeah,
with the
he's right
dissolve.
there. He's in the mix.
W with break one.
Rise began the day leading the American League in batting average, but we'll see.
I guess
Aaron
queue
Judge
up the
can run them
Altuve
down.
like
He's just a couple percentage points.
Ready, W?
Grounds out to start this
Maury
game.
Wills news.
Home half of the first.
Look, it's
for the
Allison
Yankees.
Mack yet, right?
Sad news
Row
to
W,
pass
dissolve
along.
music.
A great
Ready,
shortstop.
font two?
Maury
Key
Wills
font
has played
two?
for the Dodgers 12
Animate.
years.
Stand by
Couple
font
years
three
in
with the
Pittsburgh
dissolve.
And with the Montreal Expos, passed away at the age
Career
of
resume next.
89. This is a guy who had 281 for his
Ready,
career,
font
over
three?
2,000 hits.
Dissolve.
And he could run
We're
the
going
bases.
sound A
He was
next.
part
Stand
of
by
so
A
many
sound with
World
the
Series
dissolve.
teams, a three-time champion, all with the Dodgers.
A sounds
He was
next,
the
and we'll go to our
NL
two box.
MVP in
Harold will have his demo.
1962 when he had over
Oh, yeah.
200
Dave
hits.
Roberts.
And we will show the
100
overhead
stolen
up.
bases
Sort
in
of sound today.
165
We were in live.
games.
We just
Gold
Stand by
Glove
A
winner.
sound.
We left it open.
Manager of
Turned
the
it around
Dodgers, Dave Roberts, wears his number in honor of Maury
Now we have
Wills.
5-0
Made such an
now.
impact on his life and career, and this is what the manager of the Dodgers said today.
Roll A dissolve. Track hill
I am
mics.
going to have a heavy load. Maury
Greg,
was
you
So
go to
we have
Harold
camera
Dan right
9,
after
we have
this.
camera
To
9,
me,
camera 10.
And Harold will do your tape.
Personally, professionally,
DDR
he's gonna be
37,
missed,
gotcha.
and I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to
Let's
him.
put
But,
let's put it in there. Let's
yeah,
put
this one-
DDR
this one is,
37 in
tough
home
for
plate.
me. He did a lot for the community and a lot for the Dodgers, and he was a friend, a father,
30.
mentor, all
We're
of
coming out to boxes.
all of the above for me. So this is a tough one for me. We spent a lot of time together, a lot of time
20.
together,
When we
and
get to
so
our
he kind
breakdown,
of really just kind
we'll
of
have B and home plate.
Alejandro Kirk RBI,
showed
5-0
me
Toronto.
to appreciate my craft
Groshans,
and
RBI,
what it
1-0
is to be a
Miami.
big leader,
We still have that
and
Monday catch.
he
10
just loved
seconds,
it.
you'll be in boxes.
And so I think a lot of where I get my excitement, my passion,
5 seconds.
my love for players is from Maury.
Dissolve mics go.
Now, Maury Wills also
into
managed the Seattle
Yeah.
Mariners, believe it or not, 1980, 1981, and stayed with the organization, had a chance to
Stand by
meet
5.
a young second baseman
You
who
didn't
was
clip
just
Kirk?
breaking into the big
Okay.
leagues. Am I right, Harold?
Oh,
sorry about
absolutely.
that.
I mean, Maury had a profound
5,
impact
take.
on me. Dan and I were just talking. If you could run, if you could handle the bat, Maury came to see you.
Eventually
You were
we'll have
just
to be at
telling
home
me.
plate.
Soft
But if he's up here, we'll go
Spent
full.
a couple of spring trainings with the Brewers. Worked with Pat Listash, who ended up being the
3D
AL
things are
Rookie of the
so
Year.
cool. Greg, I'll probably do a
And let
Philly
me-
update before we go to break.
And just had
You're
a
bumping
world of
second
knowledge.
fiddle.
Well, it was amazing. So
Your video
one of the
Scherzer
things
and
that Maury
DeGrom.
taught me,
Who
Greg,
plays second
was
fiddle
to
between
bunt
these two?
and your footwork and how to do it. So I'm a little tribute to him. I'm going to
Cue
go
up
ahead
Kirk.
and show you some things that he taught me. But first, let's go to the board and watch some video.
All right,
of
stand by
Maury
B.
bunting. I mean, the guy was clearly known
Row B, dissolve
for
it in.
stealing bases.
We're
That
doing
was the
second
main thing.
fiddle next segment,
He
Lisa.
never thought, he and Lou Brock talked about this a lot. A left-hander is easier to steal off than a right-hander.
I would just
because they're
stay on
always
We'll
gonna be
close
back
it
in
up
this
with
race.
DDR 37.
Because he's going to have to get
easier
changed.
to read. So he would just drive them fits. But the jumps he used to get, his explosion, the balance, all that stuff that he would talk about continually worked. But it was his bunting, being able to look around the field, shoot the ball where he wanted to, but drop a bunt at any time, particularly this, when you pull the bunt with you. Not many
10
people
seconds.
did that. Remember, he was playing like
Somebody
in the
close it up.
60s early. This footwork right here. By
5
setting
seconds.
And then bring across the step and drop it. And bring that bunt with him. He
And
can do so many things. He
dissolve.
felt like from that position, it just depended on the pitch if he wanted to go to first or second. I
So guys,
couldn't
out
do
of the
that.
tees,
I made up my mind.
don't
I was
pull
gonna
the
go
steady
third,
right away.
or
I'll
second
use the
base,
steady
whatever.
for a bump
so Dan,
shot.
go ahead. You're going to throw some to me. The biggest thing that Maury used
Harold
to
will
teach,
throw back
if
to
I was
Greg at
going
the
to
end of
third
this.
base,
When he
it was
throws back, I'm
jab
gonna do a
step,
tan
and I could
update
drop the
first.
ball
Stand by
here,
camera 10.
And if I was going to
At
go
the
to
end of
first, I want to get high pitch and bring it with me. So I'll do the jab step, go down third base. You might back up a little bit there, Steve, but I got you. All right, Dan.
Ready, 10?
Right there. Look at that bunt.
Yeah.
Boy, that's
They get
a beauty right there.
Initial RBI.
Beauty.
It's behind him
That
up.
is technical.
Gotcha, give me a
Proud
second.
of that one.
There's another one. That's
Go a little wider,
two.
Steve.
So it's just the footwork.
Go a
this
little wider.
jab step allows me to come here, hook it in, and I'm
Look at
gone.
that.
I could be
Wow.
dead in that ball.
Dead in that thing,
so
too.
Kenny
Found
Lofton,
a
a
view
lot of
here.
guys did that. Then the ball you would
Making
pull
a
with you.
comeback.
And this
All right.
is just a foot race with the pitcher.
All right.
I wanted the ball
No,
up.
he said he
Follow.
wants to
and
bump
bring it
this
with me.
goofy.
All
Have you
right,
seen
right
second
there's
fiddle?
a knock. I
It's a
just
very
wanted the
goofy
ball
second.
right here.
I know.
I get it
Watch
there.
your monitor.
Oh,
And just turn it into a
Easy
foot
You
right.
throw it back to Greg.
easy.
He's going to throw it back
I
to
know
Greg.
there's a lot of
Then
things
tan
I can
update.
do, but I
Gotcha.
can't beat you in a
Updated
foot
10.
race to
No.
first base on
I
that.
tell you what,
Stand by
last thing,
boxes,
Greg,
stand by
I'll
Grizz Mike.
Maury told me.
We could show Greg.
When you stop
Ready boxes?
base runner, threat like
on camera.
myself.
Ready boxes?
Now all of a sudden,
Take.
32 becomes a junk pitch.
Update tan
But if
Philly.
they
We have
know
an
I got
updated
threat
tan
to
next.
run, they're going to make me swing the bat, and I get my fastball.
Wow, that's good. Hey, Albert
Stand by
Pujols
10.
found the fountain of youth at 42. Looks like
Go
Carroll
for it, you
found
can
it at the
move.
age of 42 as well.
What? Music.
Look good.
Rotate.
Still get it down. He can run,
Kirk.
too.
Let's get
All right, are they staying there?
Alejandro Kirk, he's back in
Or
the
you want them to
lineup.
head back?
No, let's go
It's
live
not like
R6,
you're missing
Philly.
much.
All right, we're going
Danny
inside the
Jansen
park to
was
R6.
Kirk, he was hitting over 400. in a few games against
Just this one play
Live
here?
Philly.
Start.
Right.
Kirk has been money
Live
for
Philly.
the Blue Jays. As
Chapman.
Cricket sends us
He
inside the
just
park.
struck out.
Chapman just
Now he
punched
just-
out. This is what happens in a live
Score
TV
here.
show.
Score
Ready,
in the
fight,
bump
four.
next.
Right, music.
How about
Bump
that
next.
on the live TV
Dan,
show?
start heading back to 3.
All right, where's the
Dan,
bump?
yes.
So
Bump
you never
again.
know what's going to happen.
Gotcha.
Carry it till we get there.
I will.
Or the
I will.
the
Don't worry about
stand
that.
by A&T's
5-0
music.
score, top
Ready,
of the
A?
second, Jays and Phillies. You know, we get closer to these
Ready, A?
postseason series.
Go for
We
it.
love to talk.
White music,
Who
roll
will
it.
be the game 1 starter? And who would be game 2 between Scherzer and DeGrom? It's hard to figure out who's
Right.
game 1 and
For a
who's
bump shot.
playing second
Ready,
fiddle.
3?
It's time for a little DJ Bang.
And dissolve.
After the break.
And
Dan,
stand by
you get
W
it.
and a row W. Squeeze it.
All right, we're doing second
Track
fiddle
W.
here.
17 here.
All
No
right.
fees or minimums.
3
and
you're
no
high.
overdraft fees.
the White Sox
Another
game.
5 you can head back.
Capital One is an even easier decision.
Sorry, I didn't get there
MLB
fast enough.
Tonight, we
No,
are
you're-
inside PC2,
This
the
is the
control
Spider
room.
Center.
It's wild in the back
So
here.
let's
Sam
set-
Wild
let's
with
set
me
for
right
the,
now
front
running
row.
EBS. Sam, how you doing?
Good.
So take me through what you're doing
3
all night
minutes
long
back.
here for hours on MLB Tonight.
So
You
we
think you're
get
looking
there,
at enough
Trevor
screens
will
for me?
top
Yeah, right.
it.
We're the king of screens back here. So what we do, we have every game routed into these machines with my operators, Steve and Dan. They have every game routed in, and they have instant
Steve,
replay
just get ready.
machines. So every time we see something happens in a game, I'll have Steve or I'll have Dan clip it off. This is like instant editing, instant
Any eyes
like
on Plesac?
anytime you see, oh, Albert Pujols just homered and we're running it back, that's coming from us. So we clip it off on these machines either way, and we show it to the audience. I communicate with our producer and our director with this machine right here.
All right,
Talk to
so
them
off
over a
the
headset
top,
and
we'll
let them know
come
what's
back
going
right
on.
to the
And are you
postseason.
selling them on certain plays that they should use?
Yeah, I'll do that as well. So
starting
I mean,
with
that's
Font
kind of a collaborative effort. Like you'll hear, if you're on these headsets, you'll hear
Not
me,
yet, not
you hear
yet.
the CP roaming back, you'll
Any
hear
eyes on,
research. Everybody's just like, oh, we have a situation we're going to want to go live to all the time, and it's really a team effort to make sure that we're going to the best moments throughout the night.
When it's at its craziest, like let's say there's
All right,
10,
Shane,
11,
get set.
12 games going on at one time.
Tonight, yeah.
We're getting there tonight. That's what I want to know. How are you keeping up with all of those games with just the 3 of you?
So it helps that.
He's getting there.
So Steve, he has these 4 games to
starting with
focus
the
on.
postseason
Dan
pictures,
he has
right?
these 4 games to focus on. I'm looking at everything.
So
Everybody in the
White
control
coming
room is
in?
watching it all the time. So we're talking to each other. So it helps that certain people are kind of assigned certain games, and then
out,
other people are
and
kind
then
of on
you'll
a
just
more
follow. You'll just pan
broad
left.
broad
You don't have to
scope.
go.
But
It's
yeah,
just
it
a
gets
period
crazy,
follow
but we
Greg
do
over.
we do a good job.
And then
I'd
I'll
like
need
to
a
know
tight
about
shot.
pregame
You'll
and then
get a tight
postgame
shot of,
for you 3. So before you get ready for this, is there something that you need to do to get in the zone?
I mean, our research department does a great job. I'll read the research packet and try and brush up on storylines from the night. Like I know people talk like Harrison Bader's in the lineup for the Yankees for the first time. So I think he's sitting 7th in this lineup. I got my game day up on my computer, kind of seeing where we are in the lineup for potential things. So I'm doing research before. Got to make sure I eat before because I don't move from the spot for a little bit. Go to the bathroom, human nature type stuff.
And then lastly, for 10 seconds, what about postgame? Probably maybe another bathroom trip and maybe not looking at 30 screens?
Well, we got quick pitch postgame. That's what. It's a little bit of a different job back here for quick pitch, but yeah, you can relax a little bit once.
That was awesome. Thank you so much for the tour, Sam Wild. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, that's all we got from here. Keep looking out.
It was next to the overalls.
And again, Dan, just make sure you pretend to play all the way through.
For Harold's VO and font, we'll have our just
where's he gonna get it
highlight
from?
music 30, and then I'll have you cue the fiddle. He got the fiddle. Fiddles, eyes on the fiddle.
Weird.
Oh, painful.
Fiddle like you've never fiddled before, sir.
15. Stand by font 3 with the white. Font 3 with Mike.
What am I doing
About
this here
10
with
seconds.
the guys?
AL postseason
I'll just go right
NL
to it.
postseason pictures, then on camera.
5
This
seconds.
is, I think, your favorite.
3 seconds.
Oh, you're good.
White mics go. Music.
Take a look at your American
All
League
right, so
postseason
5, you're
picture presented by Scott's. And you see the Houston
We're not
Astros
showing Dan
cruising
until
there to
we,
clinch
I'll let
not
y'all
only a
give you
postseason
what
spot
it show
but the
Dan will
AL
follow.
West. And the New York
Stand by
Yankees
font
are
4.
getting closer and closer to
Font
that
4.
postseason spot.
White.
They're going to fight off the Blue Jays, who are only 5.5
On camera
back.
next, just
New York
Greg.
Stand by
Scots,
5. We're not
postseason
showing Dan
picture.
right away.
The Mets
Oh, no,
only
Cruz
one
is
game ahead
up.
of the Atlanta Braves. The Los Angeles Dodgers in cruise control, running away with the
Wild.
NL
Flip
West
off
Ready,
this
5?
year. It is time to talk
On camera. This is all
postseason
fake music.
rotations. It's Greg Hamsinger and Harold Reynolds. I don't know where Dan Plesac is. I'm playing along. But let's talk with the Dodgers first. As you look, I just went top end of a postseason rotation.
Stand by A with
Who's
music.
the game 1 guy for the Los Angeles Dodgers in your
Well, it's got to
opinion?
be Julio.
Ready, A. Roll A. Take
Julio
music.
Urias.
Yeah, no doubt. He's
Stand by
getting
font
going.
3.
With Walker Buehler
Sure.
going down, Kershaw's going to be later in the rotation, I think. I go with
We need program in the desk monitor.
Urias is game 1.
3 seconds. Ready, font 3.
Los Angeles
White.
is, as you take a look at all the other options.
So you can start to bleed in the fiddle music.
Gotcha. Stand by your fiddle music. Stand by camera 5.
So if he's game 1,
he can't hear. Hit your fiddle music. Ready, 5. Does all 5.
Collins, feed him.
There's only one guy to ask. DJ Dan, who plays that fiddle. All right, DJ Dan, who's playing second fiddle for Los Angeles?
You know what? I hate to say this because he's going into the Hall of Fame, the greatest left-hander of this generation. Who is? Clayton Kershaw. And let's get that fiddle out. Don't feel bad for Clayton Kershaw. He's got a lot of dinero in the bank, but he's playing second fiddle right now. This is a power-packed Dodgers team, and I'm going to play a little song for Clayton. Don't make me want to cry.
So take a look at the rotation. Anderson's been outstanding, 15-3, but not getting game 2 from
5,
DJ
stand by
Dan.
to lose your music.
According to DJ Dan, it's Clayton Kershaw.
Ready, 5.
The second fiddle starter.
And
All right,
does
let's move
all
on to the
lose
New York
fiddle music.
Mets. Is that okay, Harold?
Let's do it.
Stand by
This is
W.
a tough one.
Yes.
DeGrom and Scherzer. Who do you think is game 1?
I've thought this through. I'm going Jacob DeGrom game
Roll W,
1.
take
Not
music.
for probably the reasons you might
Stand
think.
by
I'm
font
saying
3.
that because I'm not sure
the
that
Mets
let's
way.
say he doesn't get all the way through his game. I know I got Max game 2. And he's going to go the distance if he needs to. That's the difference for me.
Ready,
I'm
font 3.
Well, hold on. Jacob
White.
DeGrom hasn't
All right,
pitched
stand by
a
our music.
ton
Stand by our
this
fiddle
season.
music. Stand by 5.
5-2, only 9 starts.
Go a little bit tighter, 5. I don't want to see the fiddle.
All right, fiddle next.
And
86
fiddle us.
strikeouts
Ready,
in
5. Does all.
Uh-oh. I guess it's time to
Yeah,
find out
I hear it now in my head.
who's playing second fiddle.
As much as it pains me to say this.
Oh my
Can you
gosh.
hang out of
Stand
that
by
just for
A in the
second?
box.
Did you just lose your shoe?
Hello, Chief, it's Max.
Play the fiddle with the shoe.
No, I can't play the fiddle with the shoe. What are you going to do?
Stand by font 4 with the white.
I'm just going right here. Mad Max,
Astros
2
next,
different
you have
color
Verlander.
eyeballs. It doesn't matter. He will be ready in game 2. It pains me to say he's second fiddle, but he's playing second fiddle.
Stand by 5. Stand by to lose your music.
And kicking your shoes off all on live TV.
Oh gosh. 5. Go tighter. 2 shots.
Just get it.
Agent 99.
Hello, Chief, it's mine.
Max Scherzer's playing
Ready,
second
5.
fiddle to Jacob
Does all. Fake
DeGrom.
music.
Let's move on to the Houston Astros. This
Verlander.
seems like it's pretty obvious, right?
Stand by B.
Yeah, you got
Who's the
Framber
front
Bell.
runner to start
It's
game?
the
That's
Hall
all
of
the White
Famer.
Sox tweeted.
Right.
Roll B, take music.
Give him the ball. There's
Stand by
no-
font
there's
3,
not a question
Astros.
there. No, Frander's been great, right? But it's just.
So Shane, you're going to be in the box again. Even if you're repouring a little bit, I'll try to cut away for you when I can. Ready, font 3.
They're not going
Yeah,
wide.
White.
That's no.
Oh, I know he's going number 1. What I'm saying
All right,
is I think
stand by
there's
the
an added
fiddle.
layer of suspense to figure out who is playing second fiddle.
Okay.
Hit your fiddle. Ready, 5. Does all.
Greg, you're right about a lot of things.
Stand by
but
W
you're
in the
wrong
hole.
here. That's not even close. Framber Valdez.
Roll W. Does all.
No, it's not. This is when you want to get. This is good playing right here. This is good concert playing
Stand by
right
font
here.
4.
Framber Valdez, 16-game winner, ERA in the mid-2s. One of the most. I think he and Dylan Cease, the 2 most underappreciated pitchers in
Harold
both
Yankees
leagues.
next. Garrett Cole.
Well, they're in
So
the same league.
stupid.
Well, they were.
Stupid show.
Framber
I
Valdez,
can't.
all those quality
Stand by
stars.
5. Stand by to lose your
2.57
fiddle.
ERA.
And does
Second
all.
fiddle
Fade out
with
your
Justin
fiddle.
Verlander, according to DJ D.
Oh, yeah,
Now
yeah.
let's wrap this up with the New York Yankees. Obviously.
Stand by
I'm going to
A.
have to
Obvious.
play fiddle live to break.
Is Garrett Cole the
I
game
love
1
it.
guy for the Yanks?
Yeah. I mean, it's not
Roll
even a
A, take
question.
music.
Playing with you at home.
So we'll do the
Absolutely.
bump and then let them
Garrett
fill it.
Cole's getting the ball.
I got to stop saying
Yeah, you paid
that.
all
Stand
this
by
money.
font 3.
This is what they're
Nestor's
paying
still
for.
going. I'm like,
With the
Forget
Yankees
all
white.
the 162. It's for this time of the year, postseason. That's why they paid Garrett the money.
Okay, Garrett Cole's still a strikeout king this
All
year.
right, stand by his
236
fiddle music.
punch-outs, 47
We'll have B in the
walks,
hole.
Terrific whip. 3.41 ERA. There are guys in the rotation with a lower ERA than Garrett Cole.
All right, go for it.
Hit your music.
I believe.
Ready, 5 dissolve.
Makes second fiddle. The Yankees postseason rotation.
Stand by B in the
quite
hole.
suspenseful.
Oh, no, it doesn't at all. Nasty Nestor.
Roll B,
As in
dissolve.
Nestor
Just get
is
out
the
of it, or
man.
is that foul?
I know, Greg, you're really
Stand by
big
font
at
4.
Swing and miss in October. Well, guess what? He could get some swing
Stupid.
and miss, and he might be right now the
Ready, font
Yankees'
4 with
best
the
starting
Yankees.
pitcher. Who would have thought on opening day
What?
Nestor Cortez
Okay, live R5 New York here, right off the.
All right, let's go inside the park to R5.
No, don't worry about it.
I'll wait for the next
Go for it. I don't want to get through this
What?
pitch. All right, Nestor.
And this is like the serious hee-haw. Oh my God.
He's a first stringer.
Nasty
We may bring back the fiddle for the
Dan might
LTs.
score. I'm going to bump with A and then Dan playing fiddle to
Gotcha.
break.
Ready, font 4? You want it?
Yeah.
And white music.
Again, live
Bumping
bookings are
next.
tricky.
All right,
Dan, get ready
we're
to play us
bumping
the
A
break.
with T's music, and then I'll come out to Dan playing the fiddle. And then we'll hit our break.
Bumping Albert Pujols.
Ready, A? You know, give me A with fiddle music. A with fiddle music. White, roll A.
DJ Dan doing it.
Who's going to give up number 7?
Who's going to give up
Stand by 5.
to King Albert? Not only do I know which team
Nah, we'll have 3 in there. Ready, 5, and dissolve.
Place the break, Danny.
And I don't need DJ Dan's fiddle to help
All
me
right,
find
stand
out
by
who that
W,
is.
stand by the squeeze
That's all
tape.
coming
Shane,
up
you're in the
as
box.
DJ Dan takes us to
Drum it,
break.
Ready, W?
Drum it, Dan.
And roll W, just all try to squeeze it.
Oh, that a boy.
That was so good.
Wait. Harold, when are you going to get some overalls? That's what I want to know.
Oh, it's so good.
What's next?
I want this whole entire getup. By the way, did you just fake tune that fiddle?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, that's the first time I've seen you sit over there and laugh in a segment. She was falling out.
I was. That was good.
It takes a lot to get Sierra to laugh, by the way.
Oh, man.
No, it doesn't. Come on.
Sierra is naturally funny. So to get someone who's naturally funny to think you're funny is a hard thing to do.
That's hard to do.
It's not. It wasn't that hard.
to do.
You just got to put Dan in some overalls with a fiddle and a straw hat.
He actually put those things on when I walked in here. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
The ending of that was epic. That was so good.
I was hoping we were gonna roll out with Dan going all the way back.
How much fun do you guys have when you do segments like that, though?
Every night.
So here's I've always said this. Our show's usually on from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
You gotta have some fun.
And there are baseball fans who had a long day at the office, right? And they've thrown a couple back by the time that they've watched our show. Yeah. So we have to give them a couple like weird segments.
Yeah.
For the fan that's really unwinding.
You really delivered on that one.
Yeah. That's what we do.
The folks at Happy Hour.
Gotta mix it up for them.
You got to mix the hardcore baseball fans will go inside the park to watch Aaron Judge.
This is gonna be an inside the
fan
park
that needs
home
to
run.
unwind, we give him DJ Dan.
Was this an inside the park home run in Cincinnati?
You could have a night where you feel like you were really had a good info.
Yeah.
But you do something like this and it blows up.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, the DJ Dan is the staple.
Yeah. And when I started doing it, I felt so dumb.
Do we have the
doing it. It's
numbers
like,
of Pujols against
This
Kershaw?
is so stupid.
You felt hokey.
Yeah.
Go right
and
back
then
to
it just,
back.
It got like a mind of its own. You know what I mean? And people loved it. And I'm like,
yo.
Now you fully embraced it.
Yeah.
It's your alter ego. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Go kill it.
Sierra Santos.
Let's go.
My name.
Breakdown.
I'm moving it
Maybe.
down.
Okay.
He snaps the
All right, stand by 3 in the hole.
Does he have a Harold breakdown? Harold, do you have a tape or are you just demoing it? You're just showing it.
Corbin's hurt.
There's no
That
breakdown.
means he's due. He's due for a home run.
If you have the sound, then we'll come out to you with the bat.
I worry a little bit about sound in the monitor, you know?
No, don't run sound the monitor. Play
Okay.
sound full, then come out. He's just,
Oh,
there's no
he's
breakdown.
just talking.
There's no
He's
tape.
just
There's
no tape. Gotcha.
Corbin's out of the game.
30 seconds.
Corbin got hurt, guys.
So we can set our double box with camera 3 and camera 5.
So you'll throw to the sound.
So at
the
some
Pujols
point,
fight.
Steve Harold's going over
You'll
to the
throw to the
index
Pujols
circle.
sound and then come out with a bat and you'll
So
show
we'll have the two guys at the
There's
desk
no
and
actual like breakdown.
Earl Lefty.
Perfect.
He's he's just breaking down
All right,
some
in
stuff.
bump A coming back, then font 3, font 4 on cam. All right, in
We'll
bump,
see.
then
Stand by
Dodgers
A sound with the
projected
white.
rotation Next 5 games.
5 seconds. Track A on the white.
Back at 5.
A sound.
Stand by, guys. 3.
Wipe. Roll A track.
Albert's going to play so much more than people think. He
Font
is.
3, then font
He's
4.
a draw, and he's going to be productive. He will reach 700 career home runs. I do have bad news.
Stand by font 3 with mics and music.
Bad news. He's going to hit his
20.
700th career home run on the road. And only fitting it'll be in Wrigley, right? No.
15.
Friday night,
in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I may have you lose Harold's chair.
10.
He almost nailed the date.
Okay, that's when it's going to happen against
Colin
his former
Bader's
team.
5.
next.
Ready, fine through with mics and music.
First at bat as a Yankee. Bader.
White mics go music.
Oh, you're going to see it. This could end up being the most epic prediction I've ever had.
Stand by 3. At some point, we'll have another Monfield.
Font 4.
I'll probably put in the 103. Ready, font 4, white.
Kershaw is scheduled to face the Cardinals.
Now, how in the world did you think about
I don't know
that?
where
Come on, Cam here. Is Bader coming
Ready,
down?
3.
Clayton Kershaw.
Go 3
in
on camera.
September for
Does
his
all. Fade music.
And Albert has never hit a home run against Clayton Kershaw.
Bader's up.
Dodgers have clinched.
R5.
Cardinals have clinched.
We may go inside the park to R5.
He'll pitch to him, too.
Stand by
He'll
on
give
this
him
for a
one ball to
second.
hit.
Oh, yeah, he will.
Or we may go to Sound
Because
Dene.
they're going to be part of the same fraternity someday. They're both going to be in Cooperstown.
Right?
He knows what
Ready,
this
4.
is.
You know, I thought
Ready,
about
one,
this.
take.
I want to be the pitcher to give up number
Stand by
700.
W.
My gut
Roll W,
instinct
take
would
music.
tell me no, but there's a real small part of me that would be like, it would kind of be cool. I just wouldn't want it to be like one of those 550
All right, let's go live
jobs.
R5.
Like,
Stand by
that just
inside the
came
park to
down,
R5.
like, a good, solid home run I could live with,
White.
but not one
Live
like
to
I
the
give up
Bronx.
to
Harrison Bader.
As cricket takes
First
us
AB is
inside the
Yank.
park. Harrison Bader's at the plate as a Yankee for the first time.
Yeah,
Look how
different he
Kyle,
looks.
can you give me the trade details for the Bader Montgomery trade?
Smokes.
The flow's gone, no more. Like,
He's a local
flow.
kid, too, man.
High
This
school
is
in
going to be great
Riverdale,
for
New
Harrison.
If
If he's able to take off,
Riverdale, New York.
if he's able to take off with the Yankees,
Yankee fans are going to love the way he
Actually, you know
plays.
what?
they're
Even
going to
better.
love
Instead
him.
of that, give
And
me.
this guy is
Is
so
this the end of our next?
community-minded. I mean, he'll be great. Now, it ain't going to be great if he swings a slider that far outside.
Did we not give my April prediction enough time on the show?
No, he got more than enough.
Bring Greg
airtime.
on. Just can you put Greg in a little box? Just Greg?
It is crazy.
I
If
can
that
put Greg in the
happens,
box.
if he's at
So let's start our video
699
box with
going
just
into
camera
Saturday
4.
night's game.
We're watching that game together.
Oh my goodness!
We are.
I'm gonna have to televise us
punch it
watching
up.
it.
Gotcha. Stand by.
That's unbelievable.
Collins, you
Two
might get
balls
it
and
out
a
here. Hold
strike.
on.
Harrison Bader's swinging and miss.
If he lives on that slider out there, he'll never hit it.
Take.
This kid Ortiz, he's got
Go ahead,
talent.
Greg. Here's your airtime.
Steve.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So
You're 3.
this Albert Pujols thing. I remember my favorite prediction is not the Buster Posey prediction. If you want to look it up, it's Amsinger Posey. Google that. My favorite prediction actually is on the red carpet. Mike Trout.
Too
Harold, at some
tight,
point,
Harold.
just say, all right,
John
that's
Keith and I
enough.
were
Get
interviewing
him
Mike
off camera.
As
Harold's going to call to
Harrison
get him off
Bader's
camera. Just go to
And
score.
I said to Mike
Let's
Trout,
start
this
Ready,
is going to be
font 4?
awesome at the end of the interview.
White.
It's going to be
Do
awesome.
the-
First inning, you're going to hit a triple off the
You know
wall
what
in
these
right
updates
field.
are?
All right, so you can go back to your
slide
T-shirt.
in the third.
Come
You're gonna
quick on
look up,
camera.
you're gonna drive
Ready,
into the
3?
Jeter in his last All-Star game. He's going to
On
tip
On
his
camera.
cap to
Go
you,
3 dissolve.
and you're going to be like,
Fade
wow,
music. Ready,
I
4?
drove in the captain his last All-Star
Marsh
game.
catch.
Take.
And that
Yeah.
literally happened. Literally
Just
happened.
It did.
So then the next year on the red carpet,
Ready, 3?
Mike Trout is
All
on
right,
the
share
set.
the camera with all of us because we're done looking.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You trust me, there's enough FaceTime for Harold. Anyway, Mike Trout's on the set, and I go, Mike, as you know, we shared a moment.
Ready,
I made
4?
a prediction.
Hey,
It came
are you
to
good with a
fruition.
steady if I just have
only wanna know this.
Harold stand
When
up
you
and just
were
walk
sliding in the
away
third
and go up
base.
to the backstop for his tape?
Ready,
Did you
3?
think of
Take.
me?
Hey, Steve, get set to walk Harold over to the backstop. Stand by. He's getting
I
set.
could tell he did, but he didn't want to admit it.
No tape.
Didn't
It's
want to
just
admit it.
a.
And I think we might have the same
we'll
thing
be
here
ready.
with Albert Pujols.
The
bad knee.
My favorite moment, not even prediction-wise, it was
Ready, 1?
Miami,
Take.
red carpet, Giancarlo Stanton's hosting the whole thing, right? And
He just got the big contract.
Just got the big contract.
He's like
something like that.
26 years old.
Yeah, and you were how old at the time?
I was 39.
Ready,
That's
3?
when his contract's going to
And
end.
Greg says to him, will you look this good when you're 39?
We've had some good moments. Yes, it's what we do. We talk to the players so much. They watch all the time. Where are you going?
I was going to walk over here, but I'm going to stay right here because I'm going to take you to talk about Albert.
Oh, another Harold special breakdown.
No, I mean, you gave your time. I even gave you a little love on your points here. But no, I'm going to go back to Albert
Ready,
real quick.
1,
When I was
take.
in Pittsburgh, I got a chance to talk to him and said, what adjustments have you been making?
Willie, take track.
I felt like sometimes.
Here, run up to the backstop.
You know, if I
All right.
feel
That was the fastest fucking toss
my bat flat like
ever.
that, like that makes me like come
Camera
around
5.
the baseball
If this broadcast,
and
if you're
roll
the
over.
Kansas
So one
City
thing
game
that we talk
broadcaster,
about is like
There's no tape.
always
He's just
bring
talking.
that-
He's just doing it.
that nap down.
15.
And
He's
then
had a really
always
good
feel
shot
that
on
my bat is just straight up.
Bundy.
But if I
10
started
seconds.
flat, you know, I had to come up,
know what, I'll
up
take the Bundy
and
shot.
then
Stand by, Harold.
here.
Ready, 5?
So it's almost like I already
Let's swipe to it.
eliminated
Ready,
this
5?
move, having my back here.
White mics go.
Now, Greg, being the historian and the Cardinal fan, you remember when Albert had his bat like
So
this? as a
to
youngster?
tighten up on please, Zach.
His bat started to get
Before
a little
you
too
say
flat.
tight on Greg.
And so when it's flat like this,
Did
for
we do
certain
the
hitters,
Phillies?
not
Did we
all,
do the
Five,
you
get
start
ready
come
to
around the ball a little bit more.
walk him back if he goes back.
And that's what he identified.
What's up?
If
We
he
didn't do the
tips
Danny
his bat
Jansen
or
our
he
guy,
says
right?
bring that
The
knob,
Toronto
now
pick.
he's thinking bring the
I
knob.
didn't see it. The
Here,
Toronto.
you've taken away this, but you're getting your bat into the zone quicker and longer. And so for him, he got back to this, and he'll still tilt it here a little bit, but it's not flat. And that's been the biggest difference. It's changed his whole swing path, and he's driving the ball.
I love that. I love that. Just one small adjustment, and now he's back to mashing like the machine of yesteryear.
You've seen pitchers struggle. They'll move from one side of the mound to another, or from the right side to the middle, and all of a sudden, things change.
Oh, my goodness. Danny Jansen, somewhere he needs to be. Oh, did he steal that off the wall?
Yes, he
did. Did Marsh make that catch?
Marsh made a nice catch. You know, that's been a good trade. Mickey Morandini, I know he got hurt, but he's been playing well in Anaheim.
What a play.
This guy's been nice for the Phillies. They both got hurt, and now they're getting time to play again. But this is a big catch.
That's the best defensive play by a Philadelphia Phillies outfielder all year.
That.
He what?
He didn't catch that.
Harold, you told me he caught it.
Did you think he caught it?
What do you got? We need to have you taking our eye test. Can we roll that video and get one more time?
I see a guy scoring.
It looked like he
And then we'll go into the teasers and
It's
tan.
off the base of the wall.
Ready, 5? And
Can we see
go
that?
5.
We'll come back to that.
No, we'll come back.
We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it.
To
We'll get back
vote
to it.
right now for the
Pumping tan on
2022 Roberto
Stand by
Clemente
tan.
Award presented
Sorry,
by Capital One and be entered for a chance to win 2 World Series tickets. Visit MLB.com/Clemente21 for your chance to win.
Dylan Bundy.
Real tan.
We come
All
back.
right, we're capping
Dylan Bundy
here.
on the mound. Minnesota Twins up against it against the Kansas City Royals. If their postseason hopes are going to continue, they
Stand by
need
your
to start
cap.
winning games. And we'll figure out what happened with Brandon Marsh. Did he actually catch that? Or did Danny Jansen get an extra base hit? That
Effect.
more when we come
Home run
back.
in Cincinnati.
Kill mics.
Somebody just went kick it. Yeah, we'll come back with it. TJ Friedel. Yes, please. Once we get to break, hey, Wild, can you give us that shot, the Marsh play? Yep.
All right,
right, so
one of
we'll have
the stars
another
during the 6
Montville.
o'clock Eastern hour, Dan Cronin, back with us. And what are we calling this room?
This is the high soup desk right here where I'm sitting. All the different highlight supervisors sit around here. And out there is all of our very talented editors in edit.
Yes, and we're going to go through, I mean, this is attention, I think, overload for you. There's a lot going on at one time. Let's go from the screens first, top left. What are you looking at here?
So this is called our Easy TV right here, which this is how we watch all of the different games going on. There's, 15 or I think 16 games tonight because of the doubleheader. So around me are all the different game highlight supervisors who have all gotten here. They're all tasked with supervising the highlights, like you saw Emma cut earlier, for each game. And they use this program to watch all the different games at once.
Let's have some fun with communication, because that is a big part of this job. Am I correct?
Yes, absolutely. You kind of got into it a little bit with Sam when you were back in EVS with him. But yeah, we use this. This is our McCurdy panel. This is how we communicate with all the different departments throughout the building. So
like a big walkie-talkie, right?
A giant walkie-talkie, exactly. So I can communicate with any of the control rooms from here, research, graphics, any of the editors that I need to get a hold of for anything.
And this is what I'm talking about, where we'll go across the country and people are like, oh, how many people are working with you? And whether it's me as a broadcaster or a producer, there's so much communication going on throughout the hours that we're on, right? I have people in my ear. You have all of these people that you're communicating. Can we say hi to someone?
Yeah, we definitely can. We saw Nick earlier who cut that breakdown with Harold. Hey, Nick, you copy?
Nick.
How's it going? Hey, awesome job with that breakdown. Came out really good.
Thank you very much. I like it. Beautiful. Okay. So, and you'll be doing that throughout the night, right? And talking a lot to the producer as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime something were to come up, like if there were to be breaking news, either the CP or the producer would get right in my ear and say, hey, we need a VO of, whatever just happened.
Can you say, Collins, back to you, our producer for the day?
I sure can. Hey, Collins, we're at the high soup desk. Just giving you a shout out here.
Back to you.
There you go. He said thanks. Back to you, Collins.
Montville, and then we're
Enjoy
going
the rest
somewhere.
of the show.
Do you know where we're going?
Off the monitor, we're going to go back to that play in Philadelphia.
So it's
in tan.
So
That's
tan.
Cat,
And then the replays are in brown. When
Update
tan,
right,
cross
3 outs
brown,
away
tan
from
and
Judge.
brown.
So this inning, when Judge is on deck, he's due up third. Can you have ballpark cam hang with him on center field when he is on the index circle?
All right, so ballpark, let's follow Judge.
All right, Gregory.
Yeah.
Prompt her
When
out of
he's on
break.
the on-deck circle. 10 seconds, stand by A to font
Power
3
rankings,
with
and then
Greg's
there's a
mic
quick
and music.
monitor fill after the full screen.
5 seconds.
So
Ready, A? 2 seconds. Rolling up, Mike's go music.
All right, let's take a peek
Stand by
at the
font
power
3.
rankings presented by So Rare.
Dissolve.
You see the
Right to
Dodgers
monitor
number
fill here
one
with
for
Rob.
obvious
Stand by
reasons.
camera 5 with music, then we'll update tan.
How many will they
Tan, cross brown, and then somewhere.
10?
Who's going to say 112?
Mr. Prediction here.
That's tough.
Amazing.
It's incredible.
All right,
stand by
the
5.
Cardinals in that number 5 spot, 87 and 61, ahead of the Yankees, who are number 6.
Go
Hey,
5,
MLB is
dissolve.
coming to So Rare.
All right,
and
back
now
to
you can
10.
collect
Stand by an
and
updated
win.
10.
Hashtag own your game and scan a QR code right now to build
All right, back to
your
Philly for that
own
play.
team.
Right,
Here's another
music.
look.
Can we,
Roll tan.
can all you fans out there that are ready to blast us in social media.
So we're crossing
this is
brown.
hard to pick up. This is live on
Pete
TV
Alonso's
when we
up
saw
into
this. Brandon Marsh up against the
You
wall.
want replays here?
Yes.
The,
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the scoreboard kind
Gotcha,
of
we're
was in
crossing
the way
brown
of
for
the
replays
ricochet.
there to pull
You
up.
can, like, kind of
Gotcha.
push out to it.
Stand by brown.
They put
And
2 outs on the board.
roll brown
See that?
dissolve.
with
Can we run that back?
Yeah, the
Here it
bright
is, Harold.
yellow kind of it hides the ball really well.
Hey, no
If
score,
we go
go
back
live.
to the live angle again, I want to point one thing out.
All right, re-cue
and
tan
I'll
again.
show you what we look
Wait,
at
you
too.
just showed the
when we have a tough
mistake.
plan
I wanna
like
show
this.
this.
All right, he goes up, and he clearly misses it on the replay. Whoop.
2.
But we go back to the live angle. I want to show you something when we come out of this next look. We're going
Cricket
live
takes us inside the
baseball.
park. Ashby's on the mound for the
Boom.
Brewers.
Hey, Pete's
That's
been-
97.
Pete's come up with some big knocks for the Mets.
So the
Had
Corbin
that big
injury,
home run last
and a
night,
Kill
blew
the
that
Do
game.
home
How
run,
good was Max Scherzer
Senzel
last night?
injury, and a Friedel homer.
18 up,
Miami
18 down.
It was impressive.
Whoo-wee.
I'll probably hang.
He's a machine.
This is
It's
a
good to have
team.
him
I'll probably
back.
You
sit
can
on the
get
injury for now.
DeGrom and Scherzer. That's the
we're-
whole key to it all.
In the 8 o'clock hour.
Aaron Ashby off the IL. He spent a month
you
on the
run any of
shelf
those?
with
You'd
shoulder
pass.
inflammation.
No, I'll do something.
The Brewers have lost each of his last 7
Akil
starts,
Baddoo.
and the
No, I
Brewers
do
need to
Akil
start
Baddoo, 'cause,
stockpiling wins, Dan.
Baltimore's still.
They're up against it right now. The only saving grace
You have Baddoo on your
is
side, Steve, right?
the Phillies are struggling. Phillies are losing big tonight, 6-0. So if you're
So again,
a Brewers fan,
after
if
this
you're a
batter,
Brewer
Judge will be
player,
on
you're
deck,
looking up
so just make
scoreboard
sure once he
watching.
comes out
You
there,
have a
sit
chance to
with
gain a game on the
Milky
Phillies.
there.
I believe the Brewers are 2.5 games
Two and a
back.
half behind the Phillies
Right.
for that last wild card
Yeah,
spot.
but I think all of the scenarios, though, in the head-to-head, the Brewers, like, they're going to have to win it because they're going to lose just about
Phillies
every
have some tricky
tiebreaker
games. They
scenario
have the
there
Braves
is.
this
They're going to
weekend
have
for
to win it
sure.
outright.
They have Blue Jays and
for some
Braves.
reason, every
sure
year
that's
we
correct.
count
I
them
see
out.
in the box.
Phillies end the
Brewers get
season in
postseason.
Houston.
They traded
Well,
away
that might
Josh
not mean
Hader,
anything
and the
for
Brewers
the
get in the
Astros.
postseason. It's just amazing.
Well, the Phillies have a brutal schedule. Nice pitch there from Ashby. They've got the Blue Jays and then 4 against the Braves this weekend. And the Braves are trying to win the East.
Yeah.
Then they
Doesn't
end the
get any
season
easier.
on the road. Chicago, the Cubs, then the Nationals, so they can win those games, and then they end in Houston.
Yeah, he really pitched him tough
That's-
right there.
That's a pretty tough schedule the rest of the way
It
out.
is. It's not
Yeah,
easy.
It
for the
is.
Phillies.
This conversation about
We're in the first inning of this game.
he's
Double
not
play.
used as an
Double play
opener
our
tonight.
15.
All right,
is
let's
he?
put our 15 in the double play
It's
box.
the Brewers.
Stand by to
you
squeeze
never
it.
know with the Milwaukee Brewers. Craig Counsell
Could squeeze
calls
it.
them his out-getters.
Double play.
Yeah.
Judge on ballpark cam. He's on
Right side
deck.
of your screen. Aaron Judge
He's
on
coming
deck.
up again already?
You know what? I thought about this with him leading off. The only thing about him leading off, I know you want to get him more at bats. I think he's better now after seeing the guy. But you got a pitcher you've never seen before, and Aaron's going up
Can you
there
give me the Judge
for the
triple
first guy,
crown, full
first
screen and
looks.
font 3?
I think you let somebody else give him a look on the on-deck circle before he goes to the plate.
Maybe specifically for this game, is what
Yeah,
you're
for
saying.
this game specifically.
Since he has no intel.
You have no
So, Leafs,
intel.
what
You
I
haven't
would do
seen
is
the guy.
if-
Why is he the first
When
guinea
there's an
pig,
out
so to
for
speak?
New York here,
That's a really good point.
you could just bring in Judge in the right
At least
box.
bat him
Gotcha.
third.
Sullivan,
Yeah.
Trevino.
No, second.
let a
Even
couple guys
second.
look at it.
Let the first hitter see the ball. Let him be able to gauge something.
Ashby on the mound,
Thank
2 on, 2 outs. Dan, what is the young reliever doing right now in the
is
bullpen
happening?
for the Milwaukee Brewers?
Right now he's
yeah, that
getting
works.
loose. This is like, you think this is going to be your call. So that's just a way of, kind of firing those shoulder muscles front and back.
I thought he was
muscles.
doing one of your dance move.
No. He's getting ready for battle.
Eduardo Escobar is at the plate. He's hitting 380, 6 homers his last 20 games.
Yeah. Came back healthy. refreshed.
If the Mets make it out,
You know,
go
that's
full
the thing
judge.
about
We'll just
the
go
Mets.
full to judge.
They-
And then we get
miss
double
Marte.
Marte
If they get
broadcast.
We're
Marte
sitting on the
back,
right box full.
that's big. Because
Just
that
bring in
lengthens their
R5 in the
lineup.
right box.
Started Marte, but what happened with Escobar? He
You
went
want to
down,
skip
had a
it?
little
Go for it.
bit
Send my
of time off. He's
R5
got healthy.
in the right box and punch
and
it.
now he's starting to play like they'd hoped he had in the beginning of the year.
The Mets have won 5 in a row. The Braves have won 4 in a row. Braves are 1 game out of
It's
first
an amazing
place.
race, isn't it?
I feel like it's a big deal as you see Aaron Judge dig in a scoreless
You know what I love,
game.
Greg? Real quick, look at the fans behind him. Now they're going to pan and show you.
Stand
But
by your right box
every time
full.
he comes to the plate, it is an attraction, and the sport needs it. It's really cool to see.
Same thing happening right now for Albert Pujols.
I just assume get rid of Escobar.
Here's Judge. That's in there for a strike. Well, it's an opportunity. This is why.
So
in
2
this
outs in both,
city,
right?
Baseball's the sport. I know NFL's underway right now, but Met fans and Yankee fans obsessed with the sport for good reason.
See, now here's
Go
Aaron
full
looks
right.
better already.
Ready,
There's 2
right
pitches
full?
he's seen.
Bring it full.
He saw a couple of the first
All
at
right,
bat.
2 outs.
But those pitches, when he sees a ball early and spits on it, he's dialed in.
Luis Ortiz, steady
Lisa,
dive.
instead of score, go A.
Yep.
Stand by A, no score. Ready, A?
0 for 2.
One more shot.
Young man's talented.
Roll
It's
it
a
is off.
7-2 start.
Thanks for hitting music there.
5 2/3 scoreless. Just 1 hit in his
Let's go
big league
back
debut
live
against
R9 here,
Cincinnati.
Milwaukee.
You see Aaron Judge looking for the most home runs in a
All right,
single
stand by
season
inside
in
the park to
American
R9.
history.
Anything
Oh,
you
no.
do touches Babe Ruth.
Bases loaded.
Pretty cool.
Stand by inside the park to R9.
It is
Wipe.
the
Live Milwaukee.
ultimate bet
All
on
right, let's get our
yourself
Dairy
season.
Queen
The
ready.
greatest walk year in
In any
free
sport.
agency history.
I mean, that's we talk
Stand
about
by your Dairy
underdogs a
Queen.
lot.
Stand by
Like,
font
okay,
2.
I'll just play for a blank check, see what I can do.
Yeah.
MVP in '87.
Max Scherzer turned down $144 million and was amazing with
Key
the
font
Detroit
2.
Tigers. But
Animate.
this is the greatest walk year.
This is the greatest.
Cricket takes us inside the park. Bases loaded. We're in Milwaukee. You
So
see the
we're still
defensive
cricket to
alignment.
the score.
The
Hey,
Mets
Lisa. My bump is going to be
understand
Chicago Ballpark Camp Center.
Animate.
R12
the
at the end of
importance
all
of
this.
R12,
getting
gotcha.
the first round
Of the
bye.
ring
They get the
shots,
right guy
Tarp
to
is
play
right.
too.
Oh, he can hit. He's been hot too.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
He can really hit.
How hot? Hitting 350.
Yeah, well, I'll probably
So we go, when we go to the score, it's
He's third in
cricket.
the National League in batting average.
Like Red Sox.
Behind Freddie Freeman, who began the day hitting 329.
How many
Paul
pitches will I let
Goldschmidt,
Ashby
who's hitting
throw? It's in
322.
it.
Jeff McNeil.
He saw that ball good too. Look at how far he chokes up. He uses that old U1 bat, and it's a flat,
like an
no
axe
knob.
handle, right?
No, it's not even axe handle. This is just like straight, no knob, and it's meant for you to choke up. That's
Aaron Ashby is 2-10 on the year with a 4.58 ERA, but by all accounts, the Milwaukee Brewers really are high on him.
See that
And
knob?
why? Why are they high on
There's
Aaron Ashby?
there's a lot to like, Greg. It's really good stuff from the left side. Smooth 94, 96. Breaking ball's good. Changeup has gotten better. You look at his mechanics. Look at his delivery. I'm buying this guy. I'm not saying he's going to do what Corbin Burns did, a role reversal from one year to the next, but there's lots to like about Ashby.
He was up in Jeff McNeil's kitchen the entire at-bat, for the most part. He was up in him.
Yeah, R7
That
ball.
was a
All
great
right,
pitch.
stand by inside the park to R7.
I thought the ball he fell back. He missed his pitch.
He has
Swipe.
been
Live Baltimore,
Cape or
Mount
not, over
Castle.
10. He did not throw a rehab start, which you rarely see. I just came through a bullpen session and then came back. Cricket takes us inside
me
the
a
park.
wild
Welcome
card
back,
standings,
Ryan
spot three.
Mountcastle. Missed a few games for the Baltimore Orioles. He's at the plate. Runners on the corners, 2 away for an O's team that needs to win every night.
But I tell you what, it's been a marvelous season up to this point for the O's. At the All-Star break, we didn't give them a chance at all to even be a 500 club.
Kyle,
they made some trades, got
for
rid
the
of a
Hankook,
couple of good
for the
starter,
Hankook
good reliever,
standings here,
and all
I'm
they've
just
done
gonna
is
use the
continue to
AOL
play
card
good
standings.
baseball. Now, the problem with that is,
So we'll go
Greg,
B animation
going
of font
into
3.
2023, you're like, okay, they're back in it. That division is so good. The Yankees are going to reload. The Red Sox will be better. The Blue Jays are a really good young team, and I'm not going to do this anymore.
Who's up for
Expect the
Philly?
Rays to be in the pennant hunt.
I don't want to
Every year, they got the
Every
magic
year they're going to be
pixie
in it.
dust.
They're
Yeah.
going to be in it.
So what are you saying? Are you saying the front
So again,
office
I'm using
should have,
R12 going to
been a bit
break.
more
Oh, I
aggressive
love
at the
that.
deadline?
Such a
Because you
great
can't
card.
assume.
No, because I think in the deadline they weren't. I don't think you could have taken
After
them
this batter
serious
score,
as
we'll do
being
our
at
Hankook and then we'll
the
back up.
They were a
deadline.
few
Gotcha.
games out of a playoff
They were
spot
4 or 5 games back.
with plenty of schedule left.
Yeah, but
Yeah, can you tilt up on R12 on RX48? Just tilt up and then pan down.
Postseason spot.
Yeah.
With the talent in their own division that's not going away, which you just so eloquently
and
pointed
if there's
out.
any good shots from
I don't know
Kansas
how
City,
you can so close to October.
Something coming back out. Oh, you have the Greinke.
I don't think they were one player or one pitcher away from, like, instead of being an 82, 83 win team this year, being an 87, 88 team win. Because that's probably what it's going to be. It's going to have to be around 90 wins.
I think also that they might have thought they were going to get some people back healthy. So we're not going to make a move if Glasnow can come back. You know what I mean? If some people can come back to us. So maybe they don't make those moves.
Well, they knew Gunnar Henderson was a young player that they were going to bring up. So they wanted to make room on the roster.
Boy, Adley Rutschman has been tremendous.
I'm talking about
the White Sox.
You know what? Stand by our guys' names on font, too.
Well, I wasn't listening to you guys. I was watching the game.
Let me know when they're ready.
Pitch is almost on the way.
Keep font, too.
Ryan Mountcastle, we were watching earlier, ballpark camp.
So let me ask you guys this. What do you think about Detroit signing their new president?
No.
Yeah, Scott Harris.
Scott Harris.
Animate.
Well, I mean,
are you surprised it happened this fast?
I mean, it's silly at this point.
You almost have to go into the postseason, the
offseason with it in place.
Yes,
so he can put together his plan.
Hit the ground running.
Yes, I agree with that.
I know one thing, it's been a very disappointing year if you're a Tigers fan. Second half, maybe some false hope, maybe
They've got a lot of money
hey,
still.
we're not that
Miggy,
far away.
Baez,
but 2022 has been a very, very dismal year for the Tigers. I don't think at all anybody thought they would be looking up at the rest of the division. Think about this, Greg. They're 24 games out of first place, 56 and 91.
And the interesting thing about that 56 and 91, it seems like the manager, not thinking about getting let go, helped find a new president.
Goodbye.
Ready,
it's almost like AJ Hinch interviewed the guy he feels like should be there.
AJ Hinch
all right, stand by. Beat a font 3.
Support from the ownership. They really are a big fan of AJ Hinch. So Scott Harris is the new president of baseball operations.
Ready, B?
He was the general manager of the San Francisco Giants. So he replaces Al Avila, who was let go back in
Roll B,
August.
take music.
Hey, we have an
Ready, font 3.
Orioles update. Where are the Orioles in your Hankook?
All right, we're bumping ballpark to R12 next.
So they, like I said, they have to get really hot. And they have to hope the Rays continue to slide. They've been
Billboard and W.
Quick on cam first.
Okay, on camera first.
I would be shocked if the Mariners let go.
I mean,
Ready, 3.
Quick on cam, say goodbye to everybody who's watching us behind the scenes.
On camera. Ready, 3.
Neighborhood.
Go 3. Dissolve. Fade music.
9 and 3.
Eventually, we'll ballpark to R12 with theme.
3 and 9.
They're going to need a lot of help.
Clearly, they're not playing Seattle because they're not in the same division. So I'd be curious, how often do they play the Rays? Yeah, because that's where you're going to make up the ground. Other than that, you're in big trouble.
About 30.
Ready, 3, take.
We're almost done with our fans on MLB.com who are watching behind the scenes. So they're watching us during commercial.
They're listening to our
Stand by ballpark to R12 with
How
theme.
did that go?
I feel like we kept it clean, though, didn't we?
I don't know.
I think so. We would have heard, like,
We're
momentarily right after.
Why? Because we've done that before?
Yes, we have.
Stand by ballpark to R12.
Hey, we're going to get our audience on MLB
Chicago
Network
ballpark camp.
ready for live baseball.
This game
This
maybe
is
coming
Font 2.
soon.
Animate.
It might be starting
A little bit of a delay.
on time. A
Stand
bit
by
of a
billboards and
delay
W.
because of rain
Takes us
on the
break.
south side of Chicago. Guardians, White Sox. With 3 against the first place squad from Cleveland. They got their ace on the mound. They're only 4 games out of first place. We'll get you
Stand
set
by
for this
W.
game
Sound with
tomorrow when we
music
come
under.
back.
Track W. Kill Mike's roll W's. All track music under.
This standings update is presented by Hankook Tire's Dynapro product family is built to be tough. For all-terrain
I'm wearing it
performance,
anyway.
choose the
I'm here till 9:30. I'm doing Judge and Pujols.
All right, guys.
Thank you, right there.
We are wrapping it all up.
You're wrapping it up?
We are about to finish up
You're
on
bringing it
our
home?
live stream. I get to leave. You guys are here for a couple more hours. What was the best part of the behind the scenes?
Honestly, it was, behind the scenes. I was going to say during the show, Greg's little prediction of Pujols. That's still incredible.
That was fun.
That's amazing.
Well, what I love about
But then changing into the overalls.
so people
That was
could
your favorite
see
part?
that.
They
It had
saw it,
like a
right?
flair of SNL to it. Dan, this is Dan. This is, I swear, he's like Night and Day Jekyll and Hyde. When the red light's on, he's like a madman. But in commercial break and in production meetings, this is what you get.
Yeah, you don't get
It's a bump on a log.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on the behind the scenes?
Greg in the makeup room, getting to see what that's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your
Greg
that
and
was
Scott Braun. Yeah.
the highlight?
Yeah, in the makeup room.
Getting touched up.
Yeah.
2 men getting touched up on live TV. It was
history.
I'm sure it wasn't history. Guys, you did great. Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right.
Thank you for playing along with the behind the scenes. I know everyone, I've heard that everyone has loved it so much.
That's awesome, Sarah. You did a great job. Yep.
Thank you for watching as well. We appreciate you tuning into the behind the scenes. These guys, they got work to do. I got to leave you alone.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
We're going to be coming back live. White Sox Guardians coming at you.
Are you doing quick pitch later?
No.
Oh, this is it.
This is it.
This is
I'm
it.
going home.
You're out the door.
I'm going to Martha's Vineyard. Bye, guys.